Twitch Live. Yep. Cool. Oh, chilly. Get this closed up. Chilly, chilly, and cold as fuck. Pop, pop. I don't want that. Come on. Yeah. There we go. Didn't been shit for 10th again. No, I haven't heard anything about that in a while. So I think they kind of fucked off from that for a while. Here, hold on. I'm gonna grab another layer really quick. Woo. Okay. There's in white. Yeah, Mr. in white. Oh, hello. Man, you're so spastic.
Are you just a crazy boy? Yes, you is. Little booty and tail going nuts and everywhere. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping to the future. So if you don't get that reference, of course I get that reference. I mean, what the dude? What the fuck do you take me for? Dude, I like classic metal and classic rock. I mean, and you're gonna tell me that I don't like? Oh yeah, I swear if you don't know that, I'm gonna do it. Come on, Steve Miller. How much people our age don't get that reference? Well, because probably most of them don't listen to Steve Miller. I mean, to be frank, I don't listen to Steve Miller that often, but I mean, that's like one of his fucking famous songs, Fly Like an Eagle. Fly like an eagle, 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 to the sea. Yeah, I mean, it's like, come on, dude. Both my parents were pretty big into Steve Miller at the time. He was kind of like, you know, like one of the famous rock stars of their day. The equivalent of, like, I don't know, like, it's like the equivalent of, like, you know, what the current generation might see as, like, a Post Malone or a Drake or some shit. That guy was, like, their dude at that time, basically. Along with, like, a fuckload of other artists. He wasn't the only one. That was big Steve Miller, too. Well, see what I mean? Proving my point. I mean, in my opinion, though, there's actually, like, personally, I think there's, like, better songs, but that's just my opinion. He's got a few better ones that are a little bit more rockin' and poppin', but, I mean, it's a good little psychedelic song, though. I mean, you can't really dog on that. So, I'm not going to. I just prefer some other ones. Your Mom was super into Poison. The band? Or, like, Poison, the song by Alice Cooper? I've seen Alice Cooper enough to at least see that song live twice. The band? Oh, Poison the band? Nice. Well, that's pretty cool. Goofy little doggo. A goofy doggo. It's a little thing. The goofy doggo. Little turd. Zuzu drinking. He is now eating. He's eating his food. His back is too tight. There we go. Goofy little doggo. The pipe's clogged, pack too tight, waste of weed. It's not really a waste of weed. I mean, at least for a bong, if you have bowls like this, you know how you have like the bowls that kind of have like that space in between the bowl itself and everything around? They have those so, you know, when you pick up your bowl, it doesn't immediately burn you. But
one hit's the best way to go.
I mean, I like these ones mainly because if you do pack them too tight, then you could take a little poker and kind of poke from the bottom and loosen it up from the inside.
Yeah, you just have a little teeny bowl. There's the one hit.
Well,
That's the best.
Yeah. I do that shit all the time with bowls. Well, with pipes, you want to be a little more careful with, because you don't really have a way to actually, like, unclog it outside of just, like, unpacking the entire thing.
Most people do the one hit, they're just like...
Yeah, well, to these days, not really, not anymore, dude. People just, like, have a pipe or just, like, have J's with them. Like, people are either smoking out of a pipe or a J and just, like, you know, smoke a big bowl and letting it smoke up. Like, the people don't not give a fuck, dude. I've seen people just, like, casually smoke a pipe of weed at the waterfront or, like, in downtown Portland. Like, and no one really cares that much. Or just joints or blunts. Like, that's how a lot of people smoke, at least out in public.
Yeah, you're walking down the sidewalk having a smoke, they'll bust you, but just smoking a joint, they'll let you go.
I mean...
Only in Portland.
They don't bust you for smoking cigarettes. Plenty of people smoke both. In fact, a lot of people roll their own cigarettes and just put a little weed in it. So this whole... no one busts you for... What? I mean, if anything, you're more likely to get busted smoking weed, but because the cops don't give a fuck about literally anything besides just, you know, earning their, you know, paychecks sitting on their ass, then, you know, it's like, they ain't gonna stop it.
Pretty much fired all the cops anyhow.
No, they didn't. They all, like, basically did a little, like, sit-in. Like, they're not fired or they didn't quit or anything. They're just literally not doing their job. It's like a soft strike is basically what they're doing. Literally because, you know, like, people dare say, like, oh, they should be held accountable and stuff and wear body cams. And they're just like, no. So, it's... No, they don't. It's like I'm pretty informed about what's going on with them and shit, and no, they don't. That's the
Maybe they had a couple for a couple of days. Just like, see, we got body cams.
Yeah, as a way to try to like get people shut up, but then they would take them away again. You know, just when people were like settled down and complacent, basically. That's a big downside of smoking a pipe. They can be hard to clean. Yeah, unless you're willing to let soak in clean alcohol, then you don't get the resin. Yeah. I mean, but the thing is with pipes, if you want to get the resin, you pretty much have to like either like clean the fuck out of them with like a pipe cleaner or like some sort of like a poker like this, and just sit there for a long time. Or, I mean, if you accidentally drop it and you break it and it's all caked in resin, then it can, like, slowly but surely, like, pick out the resin that isn't, like, got tiny bits of glass in it. So, I mean, there's also that. I mean, that's kind of thing. Pipes are a little bit more shitty in that sense, but, I mean, same thing for Bonzo. You can't really get the resin out of that. I suppose you can from the bowl itself, or maybe some of the stem, but, ugh. There's been times where I'm like, alright, I'm a little low until tomorrow when I get paid and this and that, so I end up doing that. Oh my god, it's fucking awful. But do what you need to do for a silliness feeling? Yeah, basically. I mean, I, like, pretty much now that I'm, like, got, a balance when it comes to, like, what I got and stuff, and make sure I don't have to do that again, because also, like, that's so bad for you. It's one thing to smoke fresh herb and stuff, but just, like, having a resin hit, oh my god, like, ugh. Fuck that. If anything, like, half of my fucking ashtray is probably just, like, resin hits. I'm not even kidding. Like, I don't even fucks with that. Like, if, like, I have a bowl that's, like, got half resin on the bottom of it, like, I'll just, like, clean that out and just start fresh. Like, because even though I still could get high off of that, it's too harsh and too fucked. So I probably just like dumped half like of that like half of that was probably just straight resin. Ash and resin mixed in.
Why is this close such a pain in the ass?
I don't fucking know. You've been doing that literally all day. I started like I left for work with that shit going on. I was here on break, all that shit going on, and
I just let it go.
I don't know.
Come back in every couple hours and turn the dryer on.
I first started smoking resin tastes less awful for some reason. Well, because I'm assuming, well, yeah, that, I guess more willing to accept it. And plus, I mean, back in the day, back in the day, so to speak, when you first start smoking, like, I mean, you're kind of willing to smoke whatever, it's like, hey, if someone gets you a bowl and it's like got a little bit of flaky, like sesame weed or some shit, and like a bunch of resin that's kind of caked in there, and you just like let that fucker cook, I mean, you're gonna get some of the resin out of that too. So, I mean, like, when you're first starting, yeah, you're kind of gonna take whatever you can get, basically, but once you kind of like have a routine, you realize that that's like gross. And if anything, like I said, I try to avoid doing that shit at this point, just because that's fucking rank. Yeah, I mean, honestly, sometimes I, like, wonder about, like, these bowls when I are, like, half-cooked. I'm like, do I even want to, like, top this off? But there's still, like, enough greens on the top of it, so I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. I know I said a million times, I ripped that bond until the smoke was yellow. Yeah, yeah, like, when it gets to that type of shit, I'm just like, alright, I gotta, like, take a few steps back. Cough the lung up. Well, yeah, that shit will definitely cough a lung up on you. Shit will be brutal. Really fucking brutal. Yeah, let's see what's going on for it too. Let's see what type of things we have on them. With that left, sorry. You later told me, you told her, by his first time to do that because he was trying to scare me away from weed. Wait, so he tried to do that just to try to scare you away from it? Dude, coughing up a lung and then getting lit as fuck. But like video games, it didn't work. Yeah, well, dude, just like, I mean, it's like the King of the Hills episode about, like, you know, like Hank and Bobby. Like, Hank made Bobby fucking smoke like an entire carton to the fucking dome. I mean, it's like, and that didn't really help Bobby at all. And well, I mean, I guess it kind of did, but it exceptionally didn't help with Hank because he kind of relapsed, went back into it, and got Peggy back into it, and basically got his whole fucking family into it, including Bobby. Like, he didn't quit. Like, I mean, so, like, it was just like a whole situation where it ended up actually being worse for the, you know, like, everybody more so than actually trying to help. I also kind of like that episode because it's like, I mean, you know, because it was like an episode in a way kind of saying like, hey, you know, kids are going to kind of be rebellious and stuff. It wasn't necessarily saying inherently that was wrong. And I kind of think, you know, as a way to kind of make it as more generalized, they just use cigarettes instead. You know, and basically, you know, made it like this whole, you know, like I think, you know, pretty good episode, you know, when it came to like addressing that type of stuff, you know, like, yeah, kids can be rebellious and there's good and, you know, ways and wrong ways, you know, to address that. You know, yeah, so, all in all, pretty good one. It's a really good one's on the Freak Out today. That was Public Freak Out, gone pretty good. Gone pretty good and crazy fun and weird. Oh! Before I was showing Smoke Circle not partaking, Trevor later told me, tired of me being a prude and wanted me to prove weed wasn't bad for you, Lamau. I mean, in a way, that's kind of what my friends are like. They kind of slowly but surely kind of pressured me into it too. So, here, I'm gonna go on Papa Freak Out. See what's going on there. First thing was on this Portland subreddit thing I see on the very first page on Reddit here. And of course, well, that's depressing. It's just a little note. I would love find housing. They forgot the two. I would love to find housing. Huh, wow. I wonder what that's all about. Man, there's actually a lot of fucking comments about this. Why do I feel like this is mostly just NIMBYs bitching? I think it is. I'm seeing a lot of people like bitching about Metro 110 saying it's like, oh, this is supposed to solve problem. This, blah, 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 blah. Oh my god. Ay. Oh shit, yeah, okay, here. I found a little Public Freak. I want to kind of go to the newest, you know, kind of scroll down if it wants to load. Speaking of housing, Mom found a house in our price range across the street from a wheat store. Hey, that's pretty dope. For like 85K. Shit. Try to convince her. Like legit. Because imagine if you got a part-time job there working like 20 hours a week. Or something like that. Dude, all you have to do is just cross the street and there you go. Boom. Dude, that is some convenience for all sorts of levels right there, bro. Yo. Dude, that would be legit. That would actually be pretty fucking legit, bro. So, I'm just saying. Try to push her. Pressure. Convince her. Convince her of the mighty, you know, stead that you can potentially call your home. Seriously? Not gonna close the door while that's going on? It's across the 4-lane highway. I ain't brave enough to cross that. Well, you said street. 4-lane highway is different from a fucking street, my dude. Like, you could have specified that. Oh my god, and he let my dog Zukov just what? Come back here, buddy. What are you doing? You following him?
So what's up, buddy? You're just a goofy goober. Yes, you is. You're just a goofy goober. Who's a goofy goober?
Just goof. Put Zuzu in a bowl and smoke him. I probably do that already on a daily basis, just on the virtue that his hairs are probably just in here. I have to like slowly like sneak a few of them out because I notice them. Oh, hello. Are you gonna annoy me now? Damn gone goober. Damn daggone goober, I tell you what there, boy. Don't know why I just went so fucking hick and hillbilly out of nowhere on that one. Smoked my own hair by accident. Tastes awful. Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I'm seeing some stuff on the public freakouts today, so yeah, let's see what's happening. I think if the Marnax might be right. It says peaceful protest ? Don't know what's going on with this. It just looks like a dude who looks upset about something, maybe. Okay, so we see a cop who just elbowed a chick, a pink hair, in the face. Like, what does she even do? Like, this guy just elbowed her in the face, dude. So, I don't know what's going on here, but, yeah, I guess it merited her getting elbowed in the face, apparently. Well, what's he do? Oh, shit, oh, shit. Oh, he's about to fight someone else now. Dude, did this guy take a few steroid shots before he started his shift? Because he looks like he's kind of wanting to roid rage. And now he's having a justification for it. Oh, shit. Oh my god, he's faking an injury now. He's like, oh my god, my leg is hurt. Ooh, boo woo, ooh woo. You hurt my leg. My knee is hurt. Oh shit, I didn't even realize he has his gun out, right? Dude, he's like, my leg is hurt and I'm about ready to shoot you, motherfucker. Dude, what is with these fucking hogs, man? Dude, he's like, my leg hurt. Now I'm about to shoot anyone who gets near me. It's like, dude, these motherfuckers always have an itchy trigger finger, dude. Like, what's he got? A fucking SIG? That ain't no Glock, so that has to be like a SIG or some shit, dude. Like, what the fuck is with this guy? Dude, yeah, this guy is fucking unhinged. This guy has no reason to be a fucking cop. Like, holy shit, bro. Oh, wow, the other cop is already, you know, he has his hand ready to go on it. Well, you holstered it. And now he's pretending to hobble on his leg. Dude, I don't buy that he was hurt. I don't believe he was hurt. He's faking it. That cop is faking it. Like, I don't care if that's technically, you know, some actual injury. He's faking it. Like, honestly, there's no way he's like, oh, my leg. Like, fuck you, you pig. Like, you're just trying to garner virtue points to be like, oh my god, see how threatening and violent they were? It's like, give me a break, dude. I don't know what they were chanting there at the end. How did that guy fuck up Zni so easily? Either it's a workman comp ploy or he's way too brittle to be on the force. It's workman comp ploy. It is. That's what it is. It's a cop out so he can get a little bit of workers comp and, you know, have a few days of paid medical leave and, you know, get paid for it. Well, act like a fucking unhinged hog and, you know, threaten people with his fucking gun. So, yeah, it's all fake. Like, I mean, well, it's real, but, like, what he's doing as, you know, to attempt to make himself look like a victim is fake. I mean, that's how these cops roll. Like, I mean, you know, at the slightest sense of danger, they either, like, pretend they have been hurt, like, significantly to the point that, like, their life was in jeopardy, or, like, you know, they gun you down at the slightest second that they perceive you as a threat. Like, that's just how cops work in America. Literal cop out. Yeah, literally a cop out, dude. So, some baseball thing? This is right after it's a baseball thing. Bryce Harper is ejected by Angels Hernandez, throws his helmet into the seats. Some exciting things happen in baseball for once. I will admit, I think baseball's a fun sport to play, but, I mean, it's not really exciting to watch. But I guess exciting stuff happened.
Get there this year.
3-2 pitch. Slow it in. Ball. Oh, they said he went around.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. He's going to be out of this game.
Uh-oh.
He is out of this game.
Uh-oh.
I got to tell you, naked eye, he did not swing at that. Dusty's going to stand in.
He's mad, dude. Dude, he was fucking mad at that guy. I'm assuming that's one of the refs or a coach. Looks like a ref.
It just seems like every single time he is on the bases or behind the plate.
Dude, people are booing him hardcore too. Dude, he's alright.
100% of the time.
Oh shit. Oh, he chucked his helmet out for the. Oh shit. Okay. They kind of recognized that, you know, those were his fans, so it's like, here, take my helmet, I ain't gonna be playing for a while anyway. Damn, alright. I kind of want to see what happened there initially.
There this year.
3-2 pitch.
So he almost swung, but he bailed out when he realized it was too low, so that wasn't really a swing. That was technically, I was call a ball, really, and they said that was a strike.
Oh, they said he went around.
And basically means that it was out. So, like, that's, I think, why he got so pissed. So, like, I think he recognized, like, hey, that was kind of a bullshit call, and, yeah, it was enough of a swing. Yeah, I think that was, he went around, yeah. I think that was kind of what he meant. It's like, because he swung enough, but he didn't really, like, because, he didn't really see that it was going to be so low, and shit. And that's why he went around, yeah. Because he tried to, like, stop his swing because he realized he wasn't going to make it, but that's kind of why. So, I mean, I could kind of get it. Maybe in the heat of the moment he doesn't realize it, but, yeah, that's kind of what happened. So, I mean, so, that's why I don't really, like, watch it a lot, because it's not really that super entertaining. But I like playing it. I think he's swinging the bat, was flat in front of you, but no more. Yeah, like, which it said it kind of looked like it did, but, he kind of, like, went, he kind of did that, like, he kind of pulled back, so, and then he kind of dropped it, kind of realizing, oh, I'm probably fucked up. So I think he kind of realized that he might have messed up a little bit. No part of the back could essentially be in front of you at all. Yeah, I'll even take one more quick look. Yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, I will admit it's close, but yeah, it's a slight bit in front of him, just a little bit, by like by this like much, but it's a little bit. It's close, but not really close to try to debate the call, I guess. Yeah, let's see what other little things do. Democrat Texas Rep Jasmine Crockett tears Republican senators a new one over the real reason they're trying to impeach Joe Biden. One of the best speeches of Congress I've seen. Oh shit, really? Oh, you know what? I think I might have heard about this. I think I heard about this on Leftist Mafia. I was listening to him at work earlier, and like I was kind of imagining her looking like like just a Giga Chad, or and you know what, I'm kind of feeling the vibe. And also, like, I mean, if this is what I think it is, then yeah, it's fucking awesome. I hope it is. Let's see.
Have you ever heard them say?
Okay, yeah, it is. I remember it. Yeah, this is it.
Since we've been sitting here for I don't know how long.
Yes, I've been taking a tally.
Oh, okay. Can you
Oh shit! Oops. I want to zoom out because like it's so zoomed into that guy's like walrus-looking face.
More than 35 times, the Republican witnesses and Republican members of the committee have used the word.
Why are like all these like half of the elites in power just like fucking weird like walrus goblin demons?
Thank you so much for that. Because honestly, if they would continue to say if or Hunter and we were playing a drinking game, I would be drunk by now. Because
wait, what? Damn, oh shit, okay, damn, she spit.
About the subject of this, which would be the president. But let me tell you something that was so disturbing as I walked in to this chamber today. As I prepared, I said, what is the crime? Because when you're talking about impeachment, you're talking about high crimes or misdemeanors. And I can't seem to find the crime. And honestly, no one has testified of what crime they believe the president of the United States has committed. But when we start talking about things that look like evidence, they want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are
She's holding up like the bathroom picture of like all those like boxes in front of the bathroom, dude. Oh my god. Dude. This is even better than I thought.
national secrets looks like in the shitter to me. This looks like more evidence of our national secrets.
Hey.
Say on the stage at Mar-a-Lago.
Hey, Zukov.
When we're talking about somebody that's committed high crime.
Hey, come here. Come here, Zukov. Come on. Shut up.
It's at least indictments, let's say 32 counts related to unauthorized retention of national security secrets, 7 counts related to obstructing the...
Oh, it was loaded. What was that? What just said? What? Oh, okay, yeah.
Investigation, 3 false statements, 1 count of conspiracy to defraud the United States, falsifying business records, conspiracy to defraud the United States, 2 counts related to efforts to obstruct the vote certification proceedings, 1 count of conspiracy to violate civil rights, 23 counts related to forgery or false document statements, 8 counts related to soliciting, and I could go on because he's got 91 counts pending right now. But I will tell you what the president has been guilty of. He has unfortunately been guilty of loving his child unconditionally, and that is the only evidence that they have brought forward. And honestly, I hope and pray that my parents love me half as much as he loves his child. Until they find some, we need to get back to the people's work, which means keeping this government open so that people don't go hungry in the streets of the United States, and I will yield.
Well, god damn. Like, she brought in, like, you know, the fire and then just, like, turned that shit up to 1,000. Damn, dude. Damn. That was even better than I thought, because I didn't hear the whole thing, but holy shit, that last half especially, like, goddamn, son. Holy shit. But oh yeah, we must be civil. We need to have civility and have decorum. What's next? Is she gonna be wearing a hoodie? And wearing like a fancy little like, you know, snapback? What's next? Zukov, shut up. She's my friend, okay? Good lord. That's who it was from earlier. Crashing my shed. But decorum, though. We must have decorum. Man, honestly, it's just like... that's kind of what I mean when it comes to, like, you know, just fuck decorum. It's just like, you know, throw in the heat, you know? I don't even necessarily want it to go full on, like, Congress fistfight shit, but I'm just saying, like, if I went to that, I want to be really crying in tears, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like... there needs to be a little more, like, emotion or, like, energy and, like, you know, just, like, you know, fuck you, Gumspa. Like, I mean, because that's what I'm talking about. I mean, you know, and it wasn't even, like, that hardcore and, like, cooking and shit, but, I mean, all things considered, she'd be fucking cooking. So, all in all, it's just, like, I mean, fuck yeah. I just wanted to see, like, more of that shit. And I think, you know, honestly, we're kind of seeing more of it, just because I think, you know, like, even some people in the house are just starting to get fucking sick of their bullshit. I mean, you know, it seems like the ones that you don't really know the names of, like, I don't know about Crockett, you know, I don't know too much about her record, but, I mean, yeah, I definitely kind of want to, read up about her because she seems pretty fucking badass. Seems kind of like, one of those, like, coals that are just kind of embering underneath, that you don't really notice about. But kind of, help kind of cook the fire. So, hey, what the hell? President Museveni of Uganda teaches martial arts? A Ugandan president teaching martial arts? That's new.
The second one?
Whoa, that's loud.
How is Wing Chun?
Nature of the origin.
Oh, the nature of the origin. Wow.
He's got the spirit. He's got the spirit for it, I guess. You found the original video for this? The original video? Fast forward to 130. Of this one? The one we're looking at now? Oh, it is? Oh my god. Oh, god damn it. Hold on. It won't full screen, so I gotta do this really quick first. Hold on. Yeah, this one doesn't show the whole thing. Okay, I definitely gotta see the whole thing. And plus, we can kind of zoom in and, have fun with it. There we go. Okay. Now it's full screen. Cool. Sweet. This will be like one of the last couple days I'll have to deal fast shit. Like, this phone's literally on his last rooms. But anyway. Okay, well, he also is an aspiring musician, I guess.
Oh, Kung Fu. Kung Fu from where?
China.
Not Taiwan. Because what we are doing is like Taiwan.
Tiger Quiz. Like this.
Huh? What, was that like a statement of saying, like, the whole country should be... Did he just say that all of China should be Taiwan? Wait, what did he just say there? What? Huh?
Because what we are doing is like Taiwan.
Tiger Quiz.
And also, what the hell is he wearing, bro? I kind of like his fit. Dude, he kind of almost reminds me of like a Marlon Brando, like, no fucks given, I'm doing what I want type of vibe almost. Like, what is he wearing? What is this guy doing, too? Like, I mean... dude, I'm kind of liking this, honestly, because they got the spirit, whatever. They're having a good time. I'm sure this guy is probably secretly a war criminal or something, but, I mean...
So, with Tiger Crow, because Tiger Crow... That is Tiger Crow. That's why when you bring your crows, the enemy disappears. The second one? How is Wing Chun?
Nature of the origin.
Oh, the nature of the origin. Wow.
Oh my god, Zooks, come on. I think he's really adamant about wanting to hang out with him for a second. But hold on. At least keep watching this for a sec. Zooks, you can't be that impatient.
Now you see everything. Don't allow the enemy to come.
Yes, Mr.
Then the last one?
Tiger. Tai Chi.
Tai Chi. How is Tai Chi?
Tai Chi. Oh my god, Tai Chi, dude.
Now with the Tai Chi must be of surprise.
Yes.
Because they...
You know what? I mean, they got the spirit, I guess, so I can't really dog on them for that. They seemed like they're having fun. That was a year ago, apparently. Teacher, primary, the Karate Kid president, Ugandan comedy 2022. So was he like a former president or something? Weird. I like it though. I'm liking it. Every move is basically the same thing. I know. And it's like, dude, he's just dude, he's a master, bro. He knows what he's doing, dude. He's got the gumption. He's got the chops. All right, Six. Oh my lord. Just really wanted to say hello. He was lying. Usually not up like that early. I usually like wake up around like noon. Dukes, what are you doing now? Look up. Come on, what are you doing?
Will you type that for me?
Oh, probably.
I thought you were trying.
What was it?
Just to report it up.
Oh. Oh, you just need to activate or something?
No, I didn't activate it. I was walking by Trader and they set up my pin. They set up my pin number.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Little doggo.
Are we all good now? Are we all good? Nothing going on here? Let's hold on to that for me. Please.
Just hold on for
Hold on. Yeah, thanks.
I'm not on it right now, but
Okay, yeah. Is your taxi guy sound for me?
well yeah, he's like probably in the house right now, but
Okay, we'll just make sure that he knows where it's at in case I can get it.
Alright.
Okay, but only me.
Alright.
Oh, you want everybody else? Yeah.
oh, and I also saw that like on the recycling bin.
And I'll leave the 3 cards and I've got to take it off.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's
I'll
okay.
be right back up there and get it for you.
Alright, that's fine.
Where do you want to jump from?
Well yeah, I go to work tomorrow, but I go to work at 3, so but I'll be here until then, so.
Okay.
Are we good, Zooks? Are we all good? You goofy goober? Well, it seems like it's fine now. And it's just staring at me. Yeah, you're ridiculous. All it took for that to stop was just for him to just like, sniff everybody, be like, oh, okay, that's what, I see everybody, okay. That was pretty much it. It's like, good grief. He's a ridiculous little butt. Just a ridiculous little butt. And that's just what he bite. Here. See where little things are. See what little funny things going on with this. Man, there's a lot of shit with this like whole hearing stuff going on right now. God damn. Representative Moskowitz staring Republicans to call a vote impeachment by like right now. So what's going on with this? Oh my lord. Oh my god, dude, there's a lot of stuff, dude. So they had, I guess the whole impeachment hearing was today, so that's why there's a bunch of shit on it. I mean, did they, like, there's like nothing, dude. Like, there's just nothing going on with this. Like, I mean, out of all the things that you probably could maybe or maybe not get Biden on or Hunter on or whatever the fuck, it's just like, this is the one, it's like the one thing that is like completely irrelevant to literally anything is what they tried to fuck on him for. It's just like, what, he smoked crack once and got a blow job and a foot job? Like, I mean, good lord. And they're to the point where they're just like fucking freaks, dude. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene literally showing like porn of him like on the House floor and shit. It's like, bruh, what the fuck? It's like, what is wrong with these fucking freaks, dude? They always call Democrats like weird freaks and delusional nuts and all this and that, but then they do the most delusional, craziest shit, bro.
In the United States, 50%
What's up, doggo?
of the impeachments. Donald Trump, the other 50. Donald Trump has half of the impeachments in American history. But you know what? He's got 100%.
A half in the American history? That really? Mention all the presidents. So wait, is that an actual like data or is he just saying that?
And in the indictments, 100% of all indictments.
Dude, people are laughing. Dude, people are laughing at that. Oh shit.
For the other presidents, listen. Let me do it another way. I want to channel my inner Tim Russert. So let me go to the board, right? And I don't have Florida. But Donald Trump impeachment. Oh, how many?
He's going like fucking straight up like, dude, he's doing like what that one lady from California does. What was her name? The one chick, dude, Zooks. Dude, fucking hell, bro. I'm gonna actually like straight put you in the house if you keep this up. Like, I mean, what was her name? It was like Casey something or some shit. I forgot her name.
Two there. How many indictments? We got 4. How many for Biden? 0. Donald Trump is right. He's sick of winning. He's just winning.
He's sick of winning.
And that's why we're here. We're here because of math. That's what this is about. They can't save Donald Trump. They can't take away the 2 impeachments and the 4 indictments, but they can try to put some numbers on the board for Joe Biden. But the problem is when you sling mud, you got to have mud. And they just don't have anything, Mr. Chair.
That's true. Yeah, in order to sling mud, you got to have mud, and they don't got mud to sling.
So look, we get it.
Damn, dude, where are all these Democrats, conveniently enough, in really deep red states, you know, that are popping off from? Like, where have they been all this time? Dude, another guy who's bringing in the, the fucking heat, dude. Another guy who's just cooking. Like, bruh. Like, I mean, dude, this is another, like, base Dem. Like, I mean, again, I don't know what his record is or anything, but, I mean, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, why aren't, like, the more national Democrats and, like, the more mainstream ones, you know, kind of adopting some of this? I mean, for fuck's sake. We need a little bit more of this.
They say the Biden family, the Biden...
And this one is also not even, like, he's not even, like, overtly breaking decorum by any metric, or, you know, Crockett either. Like, neither of them were. But, I mean, they're not being, like, completely, utterly civil about it, and they shouldn't.
James Biden, Joe Biden's dog, Commander, but not Joe Biden. Never Joe Biden. So when are you going to have the vote on impeachment, Mr. Chairman? What are you scared of? Call the vote. Come on. If you all think so much evidence, we're here. Call the vote on impeachment. Impeach him right now. I dare you.
Damn. Do it.
Gentlemen, time's expired. Chair now recognizes Mr.
Damn, dude, he laid back in that seat like, fucking what, son? Dude, he was like, what? Fucking what, bro? Dude, he just like, dude, that was a flex. He just did a flex. Can we just go back at the very end on that?
On impeachment. Impeach him right now. I dare you.
Yeah, cleans off his desk a little bit.
Recognizes.
And then right there, dude, he just like, sup. Dude, he just like leans back with that flex. Damn, dude, that was some mic drop shit. Someone should upload the majority freaking out when the minority attempted to make a motion to call Giuliani for questions. Was that in the same hearing? Was it? I hope. Maybe. Is there more? I don't think so. At least nothing on the public freak out immediately. But I guess if we see more, we'll see some more. What the hell's this? Dude, this got a really complicated title here. There's currently a cult in Richmond, Saskatchewan, Canada, I'm assuming, living in an abandoned school, the only park for the children, with a QAnon cult leader, the Queen of Canada. I've heard about this bitch. Dude, I've heard about this bitch before. I don't know what her name is, but I heard about this crazy QAnon Queen of Canada lady. I've kind of heard about her once before. I don't know much about her at all, but yeah, she's just like a QAnon Canadian freak. The lady in this video is one of her followers. The town has been protesting to try to get them to leave. Well, they're Canadians, so they're going to be way too friendly about it. They needed to get some of that Red, White, and Blue to give them some freedom. This guy tears one of their members a new one. Dude.
Get off the road, you idiot. Get off the freaking road, you idiot.
I'm assuming that guy...
Get off the road, you dummy.
I'm assuming this is the member.
What the hell are you doing standing in the goddamn road? Get off the road.
Or is this the lady?
Get off of the road, you idiot. You're blocking my vehicle. Get the fuck off the road. Come on, lady. What are you doing? This is crazy. Get off the road. You get off the road. What are you doing from my vehicle? What are you goddamn doing from my vehicle? You get off the road, you crazy old lady! You get off the road! Get off the road!
Dude, she literally looks like some skinwalker just standing there, dude, ready to launch and, like, leap in and eat his soul.
Get off the road! Listen to your cult leader! Listen to your cult leader! Get off the road! You're the member of a cult, you're brainwashed, you're living in a fucking rundown school, you're giving away all your money to a Filipino scam artist, you're standing in the middle of the road with your sandals on, lady, you're trying to block a goddamn truck with your stupid ass ideas, and it ain't working, cause you're in a fucking cult, lady. You're in a fucking cult. See ya, bitch. You guys are fucking crazy.
Damn.
They're fucking nuts, man. Send an old lady out on the road like that. Y'all are wild. You got people brainwashed. Walking out in the street.
Dude, look at all the responses right here of everyone just laughing.
Trying to get in front of people's cars and shit? That's crazy. Y'all are crazy with it. Wild ass.
Damn, dude. That guy really did encapsulate the current state of life. I mean, he really did, dude. Like, honestly, I didn't really need to say anything to that. He just kind of fucking... He kind of took everything, you know, he took the words out of my mouth, basically. You know, so, yeah. Damn. Or, like, images from... Wait, what happened? Or, like, images from Uppsala, Sweden. From last night, a woman died in a blast. She was not attended victim. What the fuck happened here? What happened?
En kvinna I 25-årsåldern är död efter nattens sprängdåd I Uppsala.
Well, it was... what the fuck happened here? I guess it's just aftermath video, I guess. Doesn't really say anything or show. Yeah, just speaking Swedish. These people were killed overnight in a separate instance in Sweden, and instead they found it's linked to a feud between criminal gangs escalates. Oh, so criminal gang violence is going on in Sweden too? Well, shit. I guess instead of just, like, shooting each other, they explode their houses and explode buildings. They're like, okay, well, fuck. That's, fucking whack. Damn. I'm sure there's probably a lot more to it than just that, but at least, you know, from what, you know, the general gist from, like, what one of the comments said, it seems like... Oof. Here. Wait. Ed and Eddie classic. This is all because of Ed and Eddie. I see Ed and Eddie. Like, as soon as I see that, I'm gonna click it. Like, cause that's my childhood right there. I grew up watching that shit. So I'm just kind of curious. What do they mean by this?
They found out that Ed and Eddie stopped playing on the TV, and everybody's wilding now.
What?
Ed and Eddie been canceled for years, yo. That's why I'm confused.
What?
Ed and Eddie has been off the air for some time now. Why is everyone just now?
So, wait, what? Wait, so, what? Am I missing? Didn't quote get canceled and on a perfect note with the big picture? Yeah, and also ran for like 10 years. Someone mocked the son of a shepherd. Someone mocked the son of a shepherd. Oh no. Saw Cartoon Network yesterday. I mean, yeah, they still have it on reruns and shit, if I assume. So it's like, wait, so is he just like there out of context, or did people actually, I guess, go that hard apparently to the point there was gunshots in the background? Like, what the hell's going on? What is going on here? I am immensely confused with this one. I guess it was like, you know, one of those salmon fights, you know, that just got really out of right. Oh my god, everyone's just posting. To be fair, it is a great show, yep, and I think that definitely encapsulates it pretty perfectly right there. Everyone needs to calm down and have their butter toast. Yep. I mean, oh my god, dude. Well, I don't even understand. I don't even get it, but you know what? Alright. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta kind of have to let, you know, just, you know, life events take their course. See what other little things are on here. Doesn't seem like... I mean, it seems like some interesting ones, but not ones where I'm not, like, too sure about. I'm just like, Oh, something here. Neo-Nazi in Lund Malmö. Okay, Sweden, you got fucking Nazis. Can you address that problem, please? Like, it's like in the past, like, week, there's been, like, 3 or 4 different things on, like, not just on Reddit, but online about fucking Nazis in Sweden. Sweden, you got a fucking Nazi problem. Like, seriously. Whoa, Jesus Christ. Okay, that's very loud. Oh my god, did Hitler literally get resurrected from the grave? Jesus. It's like, oh my god, damn. I'm just gonna mute this one. I guess it's just literally him yelling at multiple times and recording himself like a fucking idiot. Is someone gonna punch him in the background? That's just what I want. I guess not. He's literally just by himself, too. Look at that. There's no one around him. He's just literally in the middle of the road on just, like, some weird, slow day in Lund, Malmö, and just, like, yelling this absurdities. And I guess they can get away with it. A fake internet point? Yeah, pretty much. Looks like super early in the morning and no one outside. He would never have the balls to do this in the middle of the day with people around. Yeah, probably. I mean, if anything, the likelihood is that, like, you know, there's probably a couple people in these businesses, but they're probably just seeing, like, some weird, like shoulder-length hair dork, you know, just yelling as they probably wouldn't know who exactly it is. Fucking little basement-dwelling nerd. Well, was that, like, his, like, 5 a.m. walk before he goes to bed and just had to unleash his, like, weird fucking Nazi rage? Yeah, Sweden, you got a fucking Nazi problem. You might want to address that. Like, that's been, you know, I think, you know, something that's been kind of growing for an issue. I mean, you kind of helped them a little bit during World War II. You were kind of, like, neutral and, like, helped the Brits and the Nazis because, like, So, you know, like, I don't know. You all don't really got the greatest cred about that. Just IMO. See, there's a lot of reposts. Like, I'm seeing a lot that are like some reposts. A lot of them are just ones I've seen before. A bicyclist is stopped by Proud Boys in a kind of checkpoint before letting them pass. Well, here's some American Nazis. So here's our Nazi problem. We have a bunch of wannabe fucking Gestapo fucking Nazi fatback piece of shit just like, you know, trying to stop a dude riding his bike. What, are you gonna make him pay like $20? It's like some tax? It's like, you're gonna be directed this way because they're gonna act like law enforcement to you because they're a bunch of weird, insecure little bitches. Like, man, honestly, if I was that bicyclist, I would have, like, straight up had, you know, fuck a baton / pepper spray or use my bike as, like, a full blunt wrap, and I would not be giving a fuck, dude. It's just a bunch of poster and pseudo-alpha male fuck cunnery. Yeah. Fag battery, fuck cunnery, pseudo-alpha male bullshit. That's like literally what all this shit is. And I like how this guy with his stupid little flag, you know, is literally right there ready to go to like kick it inside of his bike in case something goes off. Unlike, in Sweden or some shit, hey, a citizen has a, right to defend himself, including with this, the good old 2A. So it's just like, I mean, like, these motherfuckers, seriously will, like, and they have in the past fucked around with the wrong people and found out. So it's like, I mean, it's only a matter of time before they find around and fuck out. Or fuck around and find out. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's see. Fox News reporter gets mercilessly roasted by Seattle residents. Oh my god, I've seen this before. I saw this the other day. Oh my god, this is fucking awesome, dude. Dude, that lady right there, she's a queen, bro. Dude, this is fucking awesome. Oh my god, this is great.
Jesse sent Johnny to the progressive hellscape. Or
the progressive hellscape, dude. We sent our correspondent John to the progressive communist hellscape.
mocked the idea that the city is spiraling out of control.
Yeah, because you walked around Seattle for a little bit. You happened to find like a little like tent city on the side of the road, like right here, which all things considered doesn't happen to be in a very heavily dense populated area by any metric. In fact, it looks like it's right next to a park. So, I mean, if anything, like, actually, honestly, this looks more tidy than a lot of Portland tent cities, to be frank. But, I mean, all in all, like, you decide to pick, like, a really bad spot of Seattle and cherry pick it. You could literally do that to Portland, too. I'm actually surprised they didn't do this in Portland. Like, isn't Portland, like, worse than Seattle in their minds? Like, isn't it in their brains, like, Portland's worse? Well, maybe that's why they didn't show up over here, because, like, Portland's, like, too much of a hellscape. It's literally, like, half burnt to the ground. We don't want to show you all that. So we're just going to go to Seattle, where it's just a hellscape. That's it. That's probably honestly why. They're just to build that narrative even more. That, like, Portland, like, somehow half of it's, like, burnt down, and the rest of it's, like, Mad Maxian, lawless hellscape shit. Where they even wouldn't tread.
I've never seen any crime in Seattle. I've never seen any of it. I've seen fun and laughter and fun.
I don't believe that number.
People, they're, getting robbed out here, carjacked.
I've never heard of anyone getting robbed. Crime is a social issue that could be solved by giving people their basic needs. It's not a thing that happens just
Which is fair enough, pretty self-explanatory.
the street. People don't just come up and try to rob people on the street. Do you walk around every day like someone's gonna rob me every second?
Seattle decriminalized drug use, and then they criminalized it again.
Oh my god, who are you getting these facts from? You're from New York. Apparently you're listening to the wrong people.
I saw a lot of people shooting up on my way down here.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah, bullshit. I live here, like, I would know who is and who isn't shooting up on the side of the roads, and you're lying. Nope.
And they were bothering you?
I was in a car, but, people...
Oh, no, you're in a car! Oh, no, they were hurting you so bad!
Oh, no! Oh, no, they're hurting you so bad! Oh, my God, I love her so much, dude. That's fucking awesome. It's like, I mean, yeah, like, he's in a car, like, obviously very safe, and, somehow, apparently, like, a couple people shooting up, it's a scary sight to behold, which, yeah, I mean, I don't want to necessarily see that, but not because, like, it inherently bothers me that people do it. I mean, it's the problem that, like, we don't have, proper systems in place to, like, help people get back off their, like on their feet and off, addictions and off the streets and shit. Like, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, and obviously, yeah, I mean, I guess the inherent, like, act of it does kind of make me a little uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to see someone literally shoot up and stuff. That's it. But you know what? Like, I'm not going to fault that person just because they happen to be doped up or something. I don't give a fuck. Like, I mean, even last night after the show when I was waiting on the Max, there's, like, some lady who obviously was a little, like, doped up on something. Literally, like, came up to me and was like, who needs, like, NA anyways? Like, that they all just sell you bullshit and stuff like that and blah, blah, blah. It just, like, literally started wandering off, just kind of doing that. I'm like, well, apparently you might need it. And I was just kind of thinking out of my head, but it never bothered me, really. I was just like, okay. Okay, she was, like, talking to me for a second and then just kind of kept going, and I was like, Okay, and as soon as I immediately like realized she was done that, I was like, I'm not gonna entertain this conversation. I'm just gonna kind of like nod and be like, yeah, okay, and just wait until she moved on. But it was pretty quick until she did. Again, it never bothered me, but you know, it's like, and if anything, it realistically, you know, the fact that we just again don't have systems in place, you know, that actually can help support, you know, and, you know, put someone like that, you know, off the streets and you know, out of that situation. Because, like, whatever weird, like, little, like, volunteer, like, NA thing or whatever the fuck, you know, yeah, that probably ain't gonna necessarily help, but, like, a few, you know, there are a lot of other things that can. So, it's, you know, it's just, like, I mean, it can't let, like, you know, some sort of, like, you know, like, empathy fatigue, you know, be, like, some sort of excuse, you know, of that type of shit, honestly. At least in my mind, I just, you know, because, like, I just think that's a bullshit excuse. Like, I don't believe there's really, like, an empathy fatigue. I think, you know, NIMBYs and, like, weird little, like, shit libs, you know, use that as an excuse, you know, to just kind of get rid of the reactionary, as a way to kind of, like, you know, deflect from the reactionary takes that they have. It's like, oh, well, the reason why I do is because of empathy fatigue. Like, I normally would be supportive of these ideas, but I just, you know, I've given my empathy off too much for this, and now I don't anymore. It's like, yeah, fuck you. No, you've always been reactionary, and you're just using it as a way to deflect. And trying to make it seem like you actually care. It's like, no, you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't be empathy fatigued. If anything, you would probably have more empathy. So it's just like so fucking dumb. Yeah. Let's see what other little things going on here. I don't know if I've seen this on stream yet, but unions versus scabs, and this is literally a whole line of scabs. Literally just random independent contractors and shit. I'm pretty sure this is with the UAW strikes that have been going on.
All scabs trying to come in to do your work, and the workers are on strike. Hey!
He literally has like earbuds in with his hoodie while also playing music in his car too. Which is kind of a way for him to just, like, because he knows that, like, you know, this union guy is, like, recording and shit. He doesn't want to pay attention to him. He's just like, I don't want to hear their bullshit and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and they're all just waiting.
Trying to enter.
Like a fat fucking line, dude. Look at all these cars.
Customer care and after sales plan.
Which is $14 an hour, which I make more than that. Like, I make more than these guys would be making as scabs.
Michigan, the workers have held them off.
Well, actually, I think if you look far away down there, you can kind of see, like, a line of people over there and shit. I mean, it's kind of hard to see with all the lights and stuff, but...
Right here, because they're trying to enter the plant. It's a mix of supervisors and contractors that GM has hired.
Look at all these
disgusting.
We're trying to enter!
You know, if these strikes are still going on by Tuesday, I'm going to go back up to the strike in Beaverton, and, you know, I actually kind of want to ask them, you know, some questions, like, have you guys had, like, any, you know, issues with, like, scabs trying to come through, or anything like that, you know, like, because I didn't get too many, questions to ask them a lot, just mainly because I was just kind of, like, hanging out with them for the most part, you know, because, I mean, a lot of them are just average workers, obviously. I mean, they're not going to be, like, super, like, you know, sophisticated with a lot of theories and stuff, so... More casual questions about, like, you know, like, have they had this situation, you know, maybe not, like, this fat line of scabs, but have they had, like, you know, people, like, try to come in and, you know, like, act in as scab labor and stuff like that, or, you know, not been an issue, because when I was there, I noticed that there were, like, some vehicles that did come from the plant itself, like, you know, with the, you know, security guy, you know, with a few people leaving, and, like, you know, I wanted to ask, like, are those guys, like, scabs, or just, like, you know, other, like, workers or administrators or something, you know, but, you know, I think next time, you know, I'll go up there, if these strikes are still going on by that point, you know, then, you know, I'll probably ask them those questions, you know, because, I mean, you know, because, like, I mean, especially, you know, like, considering that's kind of one of the first strike lines, you know, to kind of hang out with and, you know, chit-chat with some of the people. I mean, it, you know, like, it kind of shows, like, how like how varied they can really be. Because obviously, if that one right there in Michigan, like it's way more significant in comparison to just like 40 dudes at distribution plant. Because like with that, there's not really as much of an impetus to get scab workers into something like that, in comparison to like a plant where there's going to be like 1,000-something workers that could potentially be needed to keep the place running and shit. So it's it kind of varies. So it's like some are going to be more smaller, kind of more laid back, so to speak, and a lot of them are going to be a little bit more tense and have some drama and some shit going on. What the hell? This is a non-freak out, but technically a freak out. Mom and a child afraid while a bear eats their lunch. Yeah, that's a bear, alright. So, like, holy shit. That looks like a juvenile. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that bear's just chilling. This is like, yeah, just some food, bro. What's up? Yeah, just bear. Our boy just hungry. Yeah, our boy's just hungry. Yeah, it's just like nom nom. This also kind of shows like bears, like black bears, are actually they tend to be a little bit more like like in a way kind of skittish to humans. But if like they're young like this, they're actually kind of like weirdly curious. And of course, this one being a young one, probably hungry. It's like, I smell food. Oh, there's some humans. Huh, interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna eat. I mean, if anything, these people probably could have been like, hey, get out of here, freaked out and caused it to run away. But, I mean, they end up getting shocked and like, oh, fuck. And now the bear's got a free buffet. It's like, hey, what y'all doing? It's like, not gonna eat any of this? It's pretty good stuff, man. Who cooked this? It's pretty good. It just straight up looks like a dog eating out of like 3 bowls, dude. It's like, yep, I'm gonna have a little bit of that, gonna have some of that. I think I'll grab some of that over there. Pretty good stuff. I'll probably get a little bit more of that. That's pretty good shit right there. Yeah, nom nom nom. Yeah, our boy's just chilling. He just wants food. He's just hungry. How long is he goes at it for the entire time, huh? Yeah. Oh my god, dude, he cleaned out everything. He cleaned out that entire fucking feast. So, yeah, that's all mine now. Anyway. Alright, guys, you all have a good one. Oh shit, there's another person just chilling there. Anyway. Alright, guys, you all have a good one. Bye. That bear just straight up, strolled up, ate all their food, and just like, alright. Y'all have a good one, bye. Damn, dude. Yeah, that's a good eating right there. It's like, oh my god, all that shit was delicious. I mean, I can kind of tell that bear didn't mean any harm. I mean, sometimes you can kind of tell, with some behaviors, when it comes to an animal, that's like, alright, they're not really, trying to be aggressive here. They're just kind of being curious, and if anything, a little hungry. And that's just kind of what that bear was like. Curious and hungry. Which, I mean, it's too small to really go after the humans, but it was more or less really wanting everything that the humans were eating. But that was kind of cute, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Just a little cute. And the rest freak out. German self-proclaimed druid against police? A self-proclaimed druid against the cops? What the fuck? Huh? Uh-oh. This guy literally looks like a surfer, bro. Like, what the hell? I cannot hear a damn thing. What just happened? Nah. What is going on here? I'm pretty sure I think he does claim he's a druid because I think he's probably on them shrooms, bro. He probably had a lot of them and now he's on the down, now he's on the down drop, and as a way to kind of like get back on there, he decided to try to find some. He ended up getting some like other shit. Like, I mean, you know, like some other dude gave him some shit that he wasn't ready for, like some PCP or something, and now he's all like jumped up, dude. I don't smoke, and I get bombarded with anti-smoking ads. I swear, I might start out of spite. It's like, here, quit smoking. Here, quit smoking. It's like, I don't smoke. If you like the Leftham's playing something, here, hold on. I do want to kind of keep watching this one though. But here, well, I'll check this real quick. Let's go on with this. Oh shit, dude, that one, yeah, he's about to fuck some shit up, dude. Let's go on with this. First I read this, I was wondering if I may have the honor of making your orgasm in my mouth. I mean, the answer's still no, but now I'm curious. I mean, he's no disrespect, ladies. I mean, no disrespect, ma'am. I was wondering 17, that's an of? I was wondering if I may have the honor of making you orgasm with my mouth. What the hell? I'm a virgin. Hey, what? Would love to lose it to... love to lose it, but not sure how to lose it. That said, I'll do anything if you bless me by allowing me to make you orgasm with my mouth or my way of your desire. Oh god, that is beyond disturbing, honestly. That's kind of creepy. Wow, dude. What's, how would a math orgasm work? I mean, I don't know. I mean, some, like, nerdy-ass, like, math dude probably's got, like, you know, some tricks up his sleeve. Probably has, like, some mathematical formula of, like, you know, geometry that he can work his way in, you know? I don't know. Whoa, is he unleashing, like, a portal? I think our German druid just unleashed a portal. He's like, I shall now put forth the portal! Did he just snort something too? Did he just, like, sniff up right in front of a cop? He's like in power stance now. Oh shit. What's he doing? Yeah, I want to skip ahead a little bit. Oh, well, this is a great view. What an excellent view. Oh shit, whoa, how'd that happen? When did that happen? There's another one, there's two of them now. Wait, is he just drinking? It's like, I'm just gonna have this beer, fuck you. And now he's on the car. He's like, come at me. What the fuck? He's just dropping everything. If he falls, I am gonna laugh. It looks like he's losing his balance. If he falls, I am gonna laugh. You can do it. You can do it. Wait, whoa. Whoa, dude. Is he, like, trying to ascend? Wait, is he playing dice? I think he's trying to play dice. What is he doing? PCP, bro. Well, is this that? What would this be? Does any of the comments explain it? He summoned his power when the police tells him to turn around. He shouts the answer that he doesn't. Police in Germany is too much reserved. I don't know why the police charged him, but result, he was 3 days away. Maybe jail. Well, what? Okay. Glad fast forward to the other thing happened. I was gonna use bear form or something cool. I mean, I know. Like, I mean, if he was a druid, I mean, it's like, why didn't he unleash his druid powers? He's just trying to, like, you know, do some, like, you know, little, like, crazy form, you know, and something, but, you know, he never really unleashed. It's like, come on. I mean, it's like, come on, Germany, step your druid game up. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, your druids kind of, like, sit there and, like, do a little, like, meditative, like, you know, shit, but, I mean, it's like, what? I mean, what, you know, your druids, like, what? Like, our druids, you know, like the Bison Druid, you know, like the QAnon Shaman, like, for example. I mean, it's like, come on, we got motherfuckers like that in our roster, okay? It's like, I mean, step your game up, Germany. Step your game up. This says NSFW, and it's a huge bar fight in my town. I think I'll skim it. I want to see, like, why is it NSFW? Is there something that goes on that, like, that happens? Dude, this whole bar got in a fight, dude. What the fuck happened? Like, the whole bar basically got in a fight. Holy shit. 5-word story. Does anyone smell gas? And then it's accompanied with the image of damn. Dum bum bum. Oh, yeah. Don't think I'll watch all of this, but I kind of am curious to see. Maybe we might be able to, like, snipple some context out of it. Jesus Christ, that's loud. I'm just gonna turn that right the fuck down. This literally looks like some shit that happens in Red Dead Redemption, dude. This is like a cowboy fucking saloon, bro. Like, someone smashes the bottle out of someone, and then the other person gets a glass in their eye, like, you know, hey, fuck you, man, and then, like, dude, it just goes from there, bro. Like, everybody is fighting. Holy shit, the entire bar. Dude, this whole bar is like, dude, it is chaos. Like, what the fuck? This shit fucked up, dude, yes it is. I just came here to get a fucking, you know, like, tequila sunrise. I didn't expect to get the fucking, like, tequila shut down on this bitch.
Hey, wait for the sound in this bitch. That shit going cocaine cranes. My boy.
Dude, he's having a good time. I mean, he seems like he's having a fun time observing all this. I mean, he ain't involved, so he's like, hey, like, the rest of the bar is, like, me and my boys aren't, so fuck it, we're just gonna laugh at this. We're gonna be neutral on this one. Dude, I hope those guys honestly give these people a fat fucking tip, because holy shit. I mean, like, if I was, like, in there and I saw that shit happen, it's like, here, you know, for your troubles. Like, seriously, I'm giving you a big tip tonight. Dude, that whole front bar right there is just fucked, bro. Oh my god. Dude, I've honestly seen, like, a couple bar fights, and they usually get, like, shut down very fucking quickly. In fact, usually other bystanders will, like, you know, split it up and not, like, escalate it. Like, so, I mean, usually shit like that happens to be shut down very fucking quickly, but it's not like, I mean, I've seen this shit before. I mean, not to that extreme, though. Like, goddamn. Oh, look at that kitty. Yeah, and oh my god, they do just a cute kitty. She's so cute. She's just so adorable. What was this? I think I might have seen this. Oh, yeah, I already saw that. Well, goddamn. That was an intense bar fight. That was more like a just bar free-for-all, really. Not like I mean, more than anything. Like, goddamn. A Walmart freak out? Oh, Jesus Christ. Talking about escalating a situation. I don't know. Why do I feel like this situation probably didn't need to be escalated, but someone escalated it? Oh, wait, this is a body cam thing? Oh, no. Wait, a cop was already involved. That wasn't the Tumblr link that was supposed to go to. Oh, well, it was adorable. I'm not... So what's going on? I guess this person is,
You work here, right? Yeah. I just said that. Okay. You work here, right? We already discussed it. I don't need you to get smart about it. She's just trying to help me. That's what I just said. So listen, you work here, right? I don't work in this store. I work in North Haven. Okay, the same thing. Okay. Same difference. What's your point? I just said it's not working. She's trying to help me. What's your point? But if you know that you didn't, I didn't know that.
Okay, so alright. I mean, it seems like the okay. Like honestly, I know how like Walmart is when it comes to like, you know, when I click the link it takes me to something completely different. Oh really? Huh. Well, I don't get it. But it seems like in this situation, it seems like, you know, like this dude I think is trying to get like, you know, discount or like coupons or something like that or whatever that aren't working. Which, honestly, I understand that it's, like, because we have a thing like that, too, that is just really fucking annoying and ridiculous. And it's, like, same situation. And, and also I know how, like, Walmart tends to be very fucking, like, hyper, like, you know, gung-ho about making sure everything's, like, to the T about, like, make sure that, like, theft and this and that is, like, you know, accounted for and also a shift. You know, and, you know, so this lady honestly could potentially be, like, targeting this dude or something, but I mean, but that's just, you know, the media contest.
I'm trying to check on my phone. That's what I just said. What is your name? That's what I just said to you. You don't understand what I'm saying to you? You said, oh, you don't understand what I said to you.
So listen, you gotta walk this way. You gotta walk this way, okay? I need you to walk this way.
I'm trying to purchase my stuff.
Okay, you passed the point of sale station.
I didn't put anything. I thought it went through. It did not. You said that you work in West I don't care about any of that. I'm trying to pull up my Walmart Pay. It wasn't working because of the Wi-Fi. I took my Wi-Fi off. That's what I try to explain to you. You're trying to be extra. I don't got time for that. If you want.
Which seems pretty self-explanatory. Like, he thought it went through, which it didn't. It's like, oh shit, I guess it didn't here. I'm trying to make it work. And, which obviously is frustrating. And, like, this lady's trying to, like, basically, if anything, it sounds like, yeah, it's kind of discriminating against her, you know, or against him, you know, being like, oh, you know, you work here, I'll find out who you are, how dare you, blah, 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 you know, you're trying to steal or something. Like, I mean, it's just like, Jesus Christ, just like, I mean, yeah, this really seems like a situation that doesn't need to be escalated, and this guy right here really isn't the problem. At least, that's what it seems like to me so far.
That's going to be the way it's going to go.
I don't care how, but I'm trying to buy my shit. Okay. I'm supposed to be scared because you're a cop?
No, you're not supposed to be scared of me because
I gotta listen to you, you're a cop? What are you gonna do, kill me?
Actually,
no. You put your hands on me at Walmart? I think I care? First, you're within 6 feet of my space. Coronavirus, get the fuck out my face.
No.
How about that?
No.
Like, what is wrong with you?
Listen, get your hands out of your pocket.
So now, like, I mean, if anything, like, I mean, I would honestly say the cop also escalated this shit, you know, too. Like, I mean, this guy is, you know, just trying to buy shit. Like, he said that multiple times and all this type of shit. And he's just, like, you know, wanting to mind his own business, basically. He's having, like, not only the employee, but these fucking cops also harangue him and shit. And now because, like, oh, he got in his face, and now he's gonna, like, you know, try to fucking, like, you know, get him detained, or at this point now arrest him now because he's resisting arrest. Dude, my boy be athletic. God, dude, he fucking be like Sonic. Holy shit. Man, dude, like, either that or the cop is, like, fucking really that unathletic, which they probably are.
What's wrong with you? Stop. Stop doing nothing. What's wrong with you?
Check his pockets. Hang tight, hang tight. Hang tight. Stop. Stop. Let go of your pants.
I mean, I will say this, like, it probably is always going to be the best case to not run from the cops, but, like, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he wasn't doing anything wrong. Like, this obviously is pretty fucking absurd.
Somebody just died. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? The car. What's wrong with you? Get in the car.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you.
In possession of a controlled substance. Like, what, weed? I like how it doesn't specify, it just, that's it. Like, I guarantee you it's probably like, what, like a gram of weed? Not specifying that one, so...
Little OC, but... Did you get your canister?
Now they're all joking, but Jesus fuck Christ. Is this t-shirt trying to warn you, Raw? What the, I guess the Raw shirt? You know what, considering that, yeah, it probably would assume that he probably did have a gram of weed on him, too. Like, I mean, either way, it's just like, good lord. I mean, it's like, all things considered, it's like, you know, a lot of these type of things, you know, tend to be fucking, like, you know, like, when it comes to these apps, like, sometimes they do tend to be fickle-fuckety. Like, I mean, you know, because, like, he ain't necessarily wrong. It's like, sometimes they don't always work. Because, especially, like, because we have, you know, like, an app that, you know, will, like, link discounts to your whole club card thing and shit for our store. And sometimes they don't fucking work all the time. So sometimes, you know, people think they're paying for the full like, you know, shit, and then realize, oh, you're actually this amount over. It's like, and then they're like, wait, what? No, it's supposed to be, like, you know, this because of the app and blah, blah, blah. Like, so there actually have been, like, times where we've had to, like, you know, be like, oh, shit, well, here, you know, we have to, like, you know, see what, you know, the ones they've clipped just to make sure and, you know, just manually do it and all this. It's a fucking complicated, you know, rigmarole bullshit. So it's like, I mean, if anything, you know, it's like, yeah, was he a little heated about it? Sure, but he was probably frustrated considering it's like, oh, fuck, why is this shit going through? You know, especially considering me, a black dude, is gonna probably be, like, immediately, like, profiled over the shit, which, yeah, he pretty much was. I mean, honestly, like, you know, I hope if, you know, like, if that shit goes to court, I mean, I really hope that, you know, he's able to fucking, like, you know, get those charges dropped, because it seems like some bullshit. And if anything, fucking, like, not just sue Walmart, but the fucking cops on that one. And that dumb bitch being like, I'll find out who you are. Asshole, you're from New Haven or whatever, I will find you. It's like, gee, like, what, it's like, who the fuck you think you are? Like, really, you're gonna, like, go gun-ho and defend, like, you know, the fucking, like, corporation and shit, you know, to make sure someone, like, didn't jack a bunch of toilet paper or something? It's like, good grief, give me a break. What a bunch of bullshit. Accents that, I don't know, it's just a random, just accent. I mean, I don't know, like, I really couldn't tell you which one, like, a mixture of, I guess, like, old, like, Hispanic grandma / like, Ukrainian babushka or something, I don't know. Like, I mean, I was just trying to think back to what her accent was, I don't know what the fuck it was. It kind of had to, like, I mean, it sounded like a mixture of something like that. I don't know. So my mom with shopping like a week ago, and some old dude checked her stuff. Apparently he's done this like 4 times. Seriously? Jesus Christ. I mean, again, that shit's just so annoying. Like, I mean, I'm just kind of glad at my store I've been there for long enough that people just kind of, you know, just trust me, I guess, you know, for the most part. Though I will admit, every now and then there'll be like a new person that'll start working, and they'll be like, oh, can I see your ID and this and that? And I'm just like, I work here. I've been here for like a long time. Like, I mean, it's like, it's all good. It's like, I mean, here you go. But just saying, like, yeah, it's all Gucci. Like, no one's really gonna care that much. Kind of letting it know, it's like, hey, when it comes to people that you just kind of know are employees and, you recognize them and stuff, you kind of infer that, obviously, you don't really have to go for the same exact fucking rigmarole every single time. I mean, enough for the cameras, basically. I'll, flip the ID up and, you just type in anything that's, before 2000, basically, and I ain't gonna give a shit. Like, because literally no one else gives a shit. I keep myself from laughing because of how clearly effective it is. Like, what, did it give their employees x-ray vision? I mean, no shit, dude. I mean, seriously, like, I mean, that and also, like, I mean, why do they think, it matters that much? You know what, if they, like, want to fucking fire you for it, then, you know what, fuck that job. Fuck them. You can probably get the exact same fucking job at, like, some other store, like, like half a mile down the block. I mean, depending on where you live, I guess. But, I mean, it's just, like, when it comes to, like, that type of shit, I mean, it's, like, it ain't fucking worth it. And honestly, then, I think that should just be made as a fucking point. Like, if they try to, like, swing you into a position like that, a job, be like, nope, fuck that, I'm done. Nope. It's like, either give me this or I just walk out. Because honestly, to some of these stores and to some businesses, they can't necessarily afford that, so they'll be like, oh, okay. And considering, how much, like, a lot of workers just in general are kind of realizing the power they got, that, just kind of being blunt about something like that might actually kind of work a little bit. Just kind of, it might depend on the circumstances, though, but it might at least enough. It'd be like, oh, okay, we haven't gotten anyone in a long time. You're like the first person in weeks, so, fine. They might have something like that, and so... like, I mean, there might be, a situation, where you could kind of, like, twist an arm a little bit. So, though, especially for places like a Walmart or, like, or any other, like, major chain or major, like, place, I mean, it's gonna be way fucking harder. But, I mean, like, at the end of the day, especially if it's like, oh, you have to check receipts. Well, no, I'm not. Fuck you. Like, I mean, find someone else to do it. And if anything, how about not? Like, like, don't want to apply for that shit. Fuck that type of job. Because all that is basically, saying, hey, basically be like, some Gestapian, like, gate check, like, checkpoint, to, like, check receipts. It's like the Hasia papers and make sure it, like, correlates with what they have in their shit. It's like, I mean, so what if someone decided to sneak in, like, like 2 boxes of cereal with, like, their eggs and milk with, like, a bunch of bread or something. It's like, I mean, big whoop. I mean, it doesn't matter that much. At least not to me. And really shouldn't to anyone else. Because these, businesses, and especially these main, stream, like, national, like, chains and shit, like, they're already, like, federally, like, insured for a lot of this shit already, like, by proxy. Because, like, a lot of their shrink is already considered for things like that. Left their religion and left for a house for heroin. Wait, what? Take those cat memes. I don't know if this was meant to be the one either, but it sent me this cute little kitty. I got a kitten today. His name's McChicken because I originally left the house for McDonald's and then he came home with a kitten. Oops. This is the most flat ass of my kitten. I'll take 2 slices. And the most fat ass? Oh shit. That's nice and fluffy. That's a fluffy cake right there. Jesus fucking Christ. More. Some bread rolls. Ding dong cake. Ooh, ding dong cake. That sounds good. That sounds delicious. Zukov! Come on, bro. You don't have to boof and bark at every tiny little thing. Jeez. Louise. Oh, you know what, actually, I just remembered, a little bit of something absurd that I think, you know, we can look at that kind of honestly legit fucking like slipped past my radar. But here, okay, I'll look at this real quick. What does it say? Got some, what is this? That looks like a lasagna thing. Eggplant parmesan? A cake? Or a pie? Apple pie? And psoriatic arthritis! Here, let me try to find the thing. Gotta find the thing. Bzz. You shall find the thing. Okay, here we go. Alright, cool. Why does it keep going to the wrong pages? I don't know. I'm just taking it at face value, so if they don't, they don't, okay? So, you know, I don't know. Tumblr, you know, gotta work on your shit. I mean, you know, I would just, like, not worry about it right now. It could just be my phone being retarded, but, you know, I'm going to, like, you know, at least over the weekend, get this shit fucking, you know, dealt with, and maybe it'll get fixed. Hopefully. I don't know. Maybe it's just doomed to be like that. But anyway, I wanted to kind of mention about this thing that slipped past my fucking radar. Did you know that Canada was just like, you know, hey, did you know that, like, you know, there's like a Ukrainian hero from World War II that's fought back against those damn Ruskies? Oh, wait, he was a volunteer of the SS, you know, fucking Ukrainian battalion in Ukraine. Like, during World War II, it's like, wait, what? and Ukraine, I guess, or Canada, really, you know, just didn't know about that, apparently. Zooks! Can you not? Like, Canada was just like, oh yeah, he's Ukrainian war hero, cool. You know, that's literally all they saw, and we're like, alright, cool, we're gonna have this guy over. And gave a literal standing ovation to this fuck. It's like some 92 or 98-year-old fucking Nazi fart, and he just literally overtly gets celebrated in Canada.
The algorithm here's Nazi, and they're like, nope, I'm not gonna share this video. I think that's what's going on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, those words, when you utilize them or when they know you're talking about that, they will definitely be like, yeah, we're not sharing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know firsthand they will demonetize and suppress.
Yeah. Surprisingly, the companies don't want their content on the word Nazi.
Weird.
Weird
like Burger King dropping brand.
Right. But they don't even want it. They don't even want that word.
I know, they don't even want
associated with them. Yeah. AT&T, we proudly denounce Nazis. Like, they don't want that either.
Oh, finally, they did it.
Well, hey, there might be a few Nazis that use T-Mobile or AT&T, so it's just like, hey, you know, like, you can't, like, you know, besmirch their money. That's how they see it, so.
The backstory.
Okay, so the backstory is, Zelensky is here giving a speech, discussing, you know, the importance of the relationship between Canada and Ukraine and all that stuff. And,
you know, basically just, you know, he was, from what I understand, Zelensky right now is just going to different countries and being like, hey, I'm glad for your support, and here's how we can help further and strengthen our relations, and blah, blah, blah. You know, he's doing that right now. So, which is whatever, I don't really care. Like, he could do that. Like, I don't really give that much of a shit. But, like, it's just kind of what, like, the Canadian Parliament decided to do to, like, orchestrate this whole fucking thing. You know, and it's just like, bruh. See the FCC person Biden put in as reversing net neutrality? Yes. And is putting it back. So we were actually getting net neutrality again because Mike Figueredo has been talking about that for a long fucking time. It's been one of his, like, pet peeve issues, you know, for, like, years. And, you know, so to kind of finally see, you know, that W is just fucking just based. And for me, too, honestly. I just live in a state where we already kind of have, you know, a state, you know, version of it. So, you know, to just know that at least is, you know, being reinstated federally is just great.
The House Speaker invited in.
What's in Discord? Make your mouth gas. Okay. Well, here we'll look at that after this.
Somebody from his own riding, which is a district for American terms. That is, I guess he somehow was brought to him because this is a guy who's an older, like he's like in his 90s. He's a war veteran, but he's from Ukraine and he fought against the Russians in World War II. And what does that mean? That means
he was a Nazi.
He fought with the Nazis.
Okay. We should also be clear though that because one of the conversations, the defenses I've seen from people, which is ridiculous.
And there's a lot.
Is that he was Ukrainian during World War II. What was he supposed to do? Well.
Dude, I hate that argument. Dude, honestly, it's World War II. Most of Europe is in fucking chaos or in fascistic dictatorship. I mean, there isn't really much one could do. And the thing is, there was a lot of fucking things that were going on. There was, anarchist and, leftist organizations that were kind of quote-unquote counter-revolutionaries, to the Soviets, who were fighting not only against the Soviets, but also the fucking Nazis. So that was a thing that was going on. I mean, there's a lot of things that, defect or just, literally, just kind of play it cool and just keep your head down type of thing and just wait the war out or something, or just flee, more it's what the fuck, it's there's plenty of other things you could do besides, volunteer for SS fucking, Foreign Legion Battalion. Which also, I've talked about how the SS, has a kind of a quote-unquote diverse, sense in its military faction, and this is kind of why, because in places that they've either occupied or places that were very anti-Western or anti-communist, they would try to basically convince a lot of volunteers to join foreign legions, SS foreign legions, so they would have and they would vary from Hispanic SS battalions and Franco also sent over Spanish volunteer regiments over to himself, but there was also a specific SS battalions for that. There was a British Legion battalion they were trying to organize. They had French SS battalions. They also had Ethiopian SS battalions. Mostly for garrison use. A lot of them were for garrison for the most part, but a lot of them were used in the front lines. And a lot of these, Eastern, volunteer brigades and shit within the SS, fought in the Eastern Front. And so obviously, to no exception, the Ukrainian SS battalions, because, Ukraine was a part of them fucking front lines and, the Eastern Front. So, of course they're going to be fucking fighting in that shit. So, I mean, it's nuanced as fuck, but it's either way, they're all still kind of Nazis, or at least very complicit and advocated for their shit, because they joined up. They were all volunteer battalions because they convinced those type of people, or they just joined up themselves, to go hey, they'll treat us better and we'll be the good and pure ones, and they won't immediately kill us. They might, exempt us or something, which probably not, but. And also, just to, show that it wasn't really for merit, a lot of the actual SS and a lot of the Germans kind of thought them as, really, uncivil and just kind of, a bunch of vagabonds and shit. They actually had no love for the Spanish either, by the way, funny enough. Even though they were kind of considered, their, brothers in, ideology and shit, they saw, a lot of Germans in SS specifically saw the Spanish as a bunch of drunk brutes. That's literally what they described them as. And very ununiformed and just sluggish, but very fierce and good in battle, apparently. So they kind of respected them, though, despite, thinking them as very uncivil brutes that are drunk as shit, I guess. It's just kind of that weird fucking Nazi thinking, really.
Ukraine wasn't.
It's basically we'll respect these ones because they're good in this and that or something, but they're still a bunch of unsavage brutes. It's it's whatever. Fucking weirdo.
Was the Nazis. There were plenty of Ukrainians who fought against the Nazis too, alongside the Allies and the Soviets. It was not what can you do? They had a choice. This was a volunteer role as well. It wasn't like he was forced into it. this guy volunteered.
Yeah, he wasn't conscripted. You got to be clear on that, because that was another defense. Everyone was like, "Oh no, well, yeah, he was conscripted into the SS Waffen." It was like, "No, he's a
no, he was not
soldier for the SS. This is really bad. It doesn't really get worse."
And these people who are applauding him are as
This
if
is every
he's
single
like a
politician in
historic,
the country.
yeah,
For
like
entirety of
the
Parliament.
historic figure.
It's all of Canada,
Well,
all of Canadian
at the
politicians,
time,
everyone in the room.
look, at the time, they didn't know that this guy was a Nazi, but I think, I don't know, once you're told this guy fought again, I mean, it's here, it's in the clip.
A standing ovation for Ukrainian veteran of the Second World War.
That's him, by the way. This old fuck. Which, by the way, how many, like, you know, Jews, you know, and, like, Ukrainians and, like, you know, Soviets and other people he's probably, like, literally, like, killed, butchered, and, like, you know, like, you know, raped and pillaged, you know, to the ground and shit. Like, I mean, just with his hands alone. And he gets this shit.
Ukrainian independence against the Russians.
Oh,
and continues to...
Notice that pause? I mean, notice that, by the way. I think this guy kind of had a uh-oh moment right there. Listen.
Independence against the Russians.
It did look at him. He just kind of freezes there with his mouth open, like, like, internally his head is thinking, oh, wait a minute. Wait. You know what, honestly, I don't even, like, you know, buy the idea that some of these people fucking knew, because this guy knew. Once he read that, he went, oh, oops, because he realized and went, oh, I know now that, no, this guy's not, like, I mean, come on.
Oh, it continues to support the troops today.
Was there a moment? Whoa, hold on, press pause. Wait. Continues to support the troop. What troops? I hope they're talking about the Ukrainian army at the very least.
Like, I'm assuming, well, probably, but a very certain segment of those troops, you know, and, like, I think there's, like, very certain, like, you know, particular battalions and groups that he might be okay with, and, you know, that he's supporting, you know what I mean?
The way he paused there, though, it's almost like, did he just realize in that moment
yes.
what he was saying?
Yeah.
This is the Russia-phobe brain, though, and I'm someone who thinks,
like, yeah, honestly, like, I mean, this is why I think the whole, like, black and white mentality that people kind of have of this, where it's like, you know, it's literally just strictly, you know, good versus bad type of thing, it's kind of bullshit a little bit, you know, at least when it comes to the staunch, like, Russia-phobia shit that's going on, because, like, obviously, like, you know, the Russian government's a fascistic fucking, like, borderline, if not outright fucking neo-Nazi state, because, like, I mean, they have, like, a fucking literal Nazi that's, like, a, you know, prominent philosopher and an acolyte of, you know, multiple proportions in Russia, specifically Alexander Dugin, and it's like, and this guy is, like, openly a fucking fascist, and practically, you know, if not, you know, just straight up a fucking Nazi. So, and has, like, various different books that the Russian military uses for training and shit that, you know, he reads and stuff. Like, he even has, like, a fucking, like, you know, various different books about, like, you know, from the 90s and early 2000s, talking about, like, you know, the, like, grand, like, pan-Slavic kind of, like, Russian Empire and how it can, like, control the world and that type of shit. Like, and Putin has adopted a lot of those type of things. I mean, if anything, it, like, you know, Alexander Dugin is kind of like, you know, Russia's, like, Leo Strauss in a way, but not just with neoconservatism, but with, like, fucking fascism. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, it's honestly, he's the fucking disturbed fucking freak that, you know, needs to be, like, thrown out of the highest, like, fucking tower of the Kremlin. Not just Putin. I mean, his time is coming up. Like, Dugin's kind of probably going to be around for a while.
Yes. You know, obviously, I am in the war of Russia and Ukraine. Russia is the imperialist nation invading Ukraine. Russia illegally invasion. Russia's in the wrong. Their leaders are fascists.
Yeah, but if you think about it, Russia had no choice. America was egging them on.
NATO was expanding.
Get my point out. So I'm someone who's firmly in the fight against Russia is the right thing to do.
Right.
Agree.
I mean, if anything, like, I would just say that, like, I mean, we can't let, like, essentially, like, you know, like, you know, overlook, you know, legit bad actors or legitimately, like, nefarious fucks, you know, that might be on, like, the good side of things. Like, I mean, because to me, there's, like, a certain line to stand when it comes to the enemy. My enemy is my friend. Because if, like, you know, if that, like, enemy of my enemy, you know, being my friend, is like wearing literal like swastika patches and shit, you know, while, you know, my enemy down, you know, on the other side of the fucking, you know, battlefield is also basically wearing swastika patches. You know, like, at that point, then, like, I mean, you're not exactly my friend. You just, you know, happen to be a little, like, ever so slightly ideologically, you know, different from from those, you know, types. So you're just like, ooh, boo, woo, ooh, you know, butthurt about it. I mean, so it's like, I mean, I draw a line to stand with that shit. Like, they're not my fucking allies when it comes to, like, literal fucking fascists and Nazis that just happen to be pro-Ukrainian instead of being pro-Russian in this case. Like, fuck those types. I mean, you know, it's like, as far as I'm concerned, those, you know, motherfuckers can all, like, you know, have, like, the fucking little, like, grenade-attached drones fucking dropping on them all day long. I don't give a fuck about that. But when it comes to just, like, you know, the average person, yeah, you know, the average, you know, Ukrainian soldier and shit, like, I mean, I hope every single one of them makes it out alive. Not the neo-Nazis fighting in the war, and I don't give a fuck what side they're on that one. All of them, you know, could be added onto the grave pile.
The Russian...
Because fucking Nazi.
I don't think the Russian...
Like, I mean, at the end of the day, why should anyone have sympathy for them? And also, regardless of how old they are, by the way. That includes that old fuck. Like, I mean, fuck that Nazi scum. You know, that got that fucking ovation. Which, by the way, I'm gonna let this keep playing a little bit, just because, like... You know, Mike, it kind of gets a little base here.
Responsible, they have anything to do with this. There's this Russia-phobicness, though, of people who just hear everywhere. Russia or see Russians, and they're like...
Yeah, like, honestly, like, one thing Matt's kind of talked about is, like, the idea that, like, you know, Russians are basically just orcs, you know, and shit. I've especially at the, like, kind of at the peak of the war and stuff, that was, like, almost, like, as, like, you know, fucking... It was pretty much getting as common as, like, some of the weird dog whistly shit that, like, you know, weird conservatives will say about, like, black people or something. It was just, like, getting fucking weird. It's like, man, I mean, it's like, you know, it's obviously, I get it. Like, I mean, you know, fuck the government and shit, you know, of Russia, and fuck this fascistic invasion of Ukraine. But, like, I mean, goddamn. It's like, I mean, we could kind of dial it down a notch of our fucking, like, reactionary tendencies here.
They must be terrible. This is that mindset. They just heard someone fighting the Russians in a war. Oh, we're gonna bring them here to applaud them without even thinking for a second. Oh,
yep,
we're Russia. They weren't even.
Come on,
they weren't even Russia then.
So fast.
It was the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
No Russia then. The Soviets were our allies. We, along with the Soviets, defeated the Nazis.
And really wasn't
A standing ovation for Ukrainian veteran of the Second World War.
And it also kind of looks like he almost did a little, like, Sieg Heil thing, too. He kind of, like, did this, but it almost kind of, like, I mean, if you just, like, pause it, like, there for a second, it basically would have looked like he just, like, you know, like, it's like, oh, the good days, oh, I remember when, you know, when, like, I was in Berlin and getting celebrated by all the good Aryan folk, yes. It's like, fuck this old crone.
And continues to support the
Yeah, he definitely.
Like,
That was a concern.
maybe I shouldn't have invited this guy.
Now, why would I say that? Who wrote this?
If he did his back would have thrown out. Yeah, probably. His back would have thrown out. That's why he's leaning on the rail. He's like, yeah, I'm going to lean on this rail while I do this because I can't really hold my arm on for long.
98.
Invited by House Speaker Anthony Rota to witness Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's address to...
Sieg pop, oh my back! Sieg, oh my back!
Yaroslav Hunka is one of his constituents.
He's a Ukrainian hero, a Canadian hero, and we thank him for all his service.
That was the jubilant scene. Now, new details have emerged about...
Well, he could do that. He's just like, I could do like a little fish stick like Mussolini does sometimes.
War service MPs applauded. Hunka served in the first...
Which, I don't know who he is in this picture, but yeah, those are literal, like, SS uniforms. In fact, like, I mean, you can kind of see some of their, ranks, you know, on their, shoulder pads and on their, neck patches. Like, it looks like, you know, these two over here are probably officers, because, everyone else looks like they have, basically, like... I forgot the exact rank. It's basically the equivalent of, like, a private, you know, essentially. At least most of them here. It looks like this guy might be a sergeant and these two might be lieutenants or something.
Division, a voluntary unit commanded by the Nazis.
Oh, so he's right there. So he's right there at the very top.
The unit is complicit in the Holocaust.
I like how your old man doesn't sound remotely Russian. Well, technically in this case it would be Ukrainian, but I mean, I guess like their accents aren't really too far different, at least to my American ass, to be honest. But like, I mean, like, I don't know, like, I'm not gonna. I guess I could try, but I mean, whatever.
Jewish human rights campaigner says there's no defending former soldiers like Hunka.
You swore allegiance to Hitler, and
more like a kunta.
Involved with the massacre of civilians. So it doesn't matter if you try and claim that you were defending against communism, you were still involved with the Nazi war machine.
The division's history is murky. Its volunteers united by a desire to take on the Soviet Union, says this academic.
For them,
I was going to say Ukrainian at first. I overcorrected. I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess just generally, like, Eastern European / Slavic accent, I guess. I mean, to an American, they all kind of sound somewhat similar. I'm sure there actually are, like, dialectical differences and shit, but I'm not really concerned enough about that right now.
Ultimate evil
You have the
was
Curb Your Enthusiasm
Moscow
theme
occupation.
on the sound deck.
Rhoda has now apologized and says he regrets ever inviting him. I recognize an individual in the gallery. I have subsequently become aware of more information which causes me to regret my decision to do so, he says in a statement.
Probably should have vetted the guy first, you dumbass. Like, that's, I mean, fucking, like, Speaker of the House Commons fuckwad. I mean, good lord. I mean, seriously, like, if you're gonna be, like, inviting on some, like, old war hero or something, it's like, wouldn't you want to see, like, what their, like, war history was like? Being like, oh, he's from World War II, and, you know, blah, blah, okay. Oh, he fought for Ukrainian independence. Oh, he was a part of SS Division. Nope, fuck this guy. Let's find another war hero from Ukraine to maybe look up at, you know, to, like, look up to, or something. It's like, Jesus Christ. And you know what? Why not have, like, current war heroes or something? Like, what? I'm pretty sure there's, like, you know, war heroes in Ukraine right now that are worthy of celebrating, so why invite this fucker? Like, why not invite, like, you know, a couple, you know, like, you know, who are, like, in the war now or something? I mean, that would actually make more sense, and if anything, be kind of respectable, because then they could even tell some of their stories, be like, yeah, here's, you know, like, some of the things, you know, I had to do to help, you know, like, you know, fight back against, you know, the current fascistic, you know, the Russians right now, blah, blah, blah. Like, that would honestly be a lot more respectable. It'd be like, oh, cool, like, you know, here's some of the stories. I mean, it's all PR bullshit for the most part, but whatever, you know, like, that would make more sense. I mean, because at that point, you know, like, you could actually justify, you know, say, like, yeah, they volunteered and, you know, were conscripted, whatever, and really, who gives a fuck what their ideology is, because, you know, like, that doesn't matter. In fact, you know, they probably don't even know what it is. So it's like, at that point, it could just be more ambiguous, I suppose. So it's like, I mean, instead of having, like, some, you know, old World War II, like, Nazi fuck that you could have fucking vetted, you know, instead of just, like, you know, inviting his old fart ass, you know, just because he happened to be in fucking Canada, probably because he was fleeing from fucking war crimes and shit, and being charged with that stuff. So probably, like, you know, a lot of other SS Nazis and, you know, shit, they probably, you know, like, fled to the West, places like in Argentina, the US, Canada, and blah, 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 and he was probably one of them. So he probably fled a bunch of fucking war crimes and shit, and now all these years, you know, he probably feels vindicated, being like, ugh, now I can feel at rest knowing that I'm never going to be charged for any of this shit. Like, you know, basically have gotten away with it, and now, like, validated, if anything. It's like, man, like, honestly, what pisses me off about it is that shit, more or less. Like, I mean, it's not the fact that he's just another old fucking Nazi fart that's still alive. It's the fact that he got that shit, and now he has, like, this, like, moment of, like, yes, I'm an old Nazi fuck, and I genocided all the Ukrainian Jews. But do you know what? I was celebrated for that, yes. See, honestly, my old man, like, Russia / Ukrainian accent, it just sounds weird. So that's why I was just going, oh, yes, and that's why I was just doing that. It just sounds weird.
I accept full responsibility for my actions.
By the way, he since has resigned.
What?
Oh,
yeah.
That happened in Canada?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know what? Good.
Wait, he resigned for honoring
him, the
he took responsibility for doing it. Yeah, I'm not betting.
And
The House Speaker resigned, to be clear, not
not Justin Trudeau, not
from that position.
But like, I mean, if anything, it really shows you how fucked this public education system is here.
I'm sorry. I mean, you know what? I will grant this. At least, like, the Canadian government, at least, the arms that were involved in this did kind of come out and be like, yeah, we actually fucked up, and we're stepping, we're gonna have this, this guy's stepping down. We're taking responsibility. We fucked up. Like, I mean, I'll grant that. Like, they were just like, yeah, we just straight fucked up. We're just like, yeah, we're taking responsibility of this one. This is a definite fuck up. I'll grant them that, but still, I mean, really, like, fucking really, bro.
I know the American one does, like, World War II from America's perspective. We in Canada, I was in the public education system. You learned that Canada basically helped nearly win World War II. And
okay, Canada, pipe the fuck down. Like, Canada nearly helped win World War II to, like, what, single-handedly or something with, like, what, like, the, like, Moose Brigade? Like, the cavalry of the Moose, just charging up against the Nazis. Actually, that'd be kind of fucking scary, actually. You know what? I could probably see that. You know what? Never mind. You know what? Touche. Fair enough. Like, imagine being, like, a German conscript, just on the Western Front, at the elbow, and you're just sitting there, like, I know those fucking allies over there, yeah? And then all of a sudden, you just hear, like, just like a war of, like, some fucking bowl of a moose. With just, like, the fucking, like, sergeant is like, alright, lads, let's go take her to the Jerry's, eh? In this time, we are not sorry. And they just fucking charge and just, like, with these, like, fucking, like, bowl of mooses just, like, charging forth. And you just have this, like, a little fucking, like, Eric, 18-year-old just, like, oh, scheisse. Hans, what the fuck are those beasts? Ah, shite! Oh my, dude, that would be like a scary fucking thing to just like have charge against you. Like hundreds of those fuckers. And I don't mean just like, some regular old moose. I mean like a fucking like honking fucking bull, dude. Like an aggressive bull ready to fuck type of bull, dude. Like one of those types. Like just a big honking fucker. And, like, if you know anything about moose and shit, they are deadly as fuck. Like, they're deadly. Like, I mean, people can, there's been, like, I think they're one of the most deadliest animals in North America, surprisingly. So, yeah, like, if anything, you know what? I kind of take it back.
We couldn't have done it, so
fucking Canadians could, they're about to fuck some shit up, dude.
Soldiers, invented the bouncing bomb. I know, it's wild, but that's just like it's the foster nationalism, right? And so you don't learn about like I never learned.
It just says we're thinking about sending Canadian geese, but we decided that was going too far. Yeah, that would have been the war crime of the century, dude.
USSR played in World War II.
I didn't know that until like my late 20s. Like I didn't learn any of this shit.
Oh, that was when. Oh, it wasn't. Yeah, the Soviets were the first.
Germans in the dark. Wild-eyed and just pointing their guns in every which way, and then in darkness they hear, just like a honk of a geese. And they're just like, 9! Ah! We just start shooting their, like, fucking bolt action, so they're just like, ah, scheisse! And then you just have, like, some private just, like, fucking, like, broken down and just, like, takes out his Luger. I'm not even gonna finish the rest of that joke. I mean, you could probably infer where the rest of that's going. And then you just have, like, fucking, the sergeant with his fucking MP4 just like, "Nein, fuck you, das Gießen!" Just, like, blasting off, and he got, like, just throws it away, grabs the MG42, and just, like, raw dog's hands that fucking barrel, just blasting it. It would look like the emo war, dude, of Australia, but more violent and bloody. Way more casualties. And, like, no casualties for the geese, by the way, either.
Really, where the Nazis basically lost their first effort in expansion out there. And that
See, we were told it was the nuclear bomb. That's what did it. That's what ended.
So are you guys?
I mean, okay, for you beside, it's kind of sad that that's kind of what they were taught, at least in Canada. Like, I mean, like David was taught that the nuclear bombs is what ended the war. Eh? It's like the war, for all intents and purposes, is basically over at that point. It was just basically the Pacific War at that point. So it's like, huh? I mean, that doesn't really make that much sense. I mean, I guess that completely ended the war, like, in totality, but okay. I mean, what really, like, I mean, honestly, it's very complex, but, I mean, for the TLDR version, essentially, like, what really ended up winning the war and the turning point was realistically, I mean, in a lot of, even some historians will like argue and defend it, is Stalingrad. Like, it was basically like its own little like war in itself because of like how many casualties were there, like just from World War II alone. Like, I don't know, I forgot the exact number, but like a large chunk of, you know, the casualties in World War II, you know, like just across the board were from Stalingrad alone and the surrounding front lines, you know, in that area. I mean, it was fucking insane. Like, just crazy insane. So, I mean, if anything, realistically, if you want to really see, like, what a turning point was in that war, Stalingrad. I mean, a lot of people would argue that. And the Battle of Kursk as well, at least, you know, considering, like, just the mass destruction of, the kind of the armored might of the German Empire and shit. Like, 'cause so many German tanks, you know, were fucking destroyed, you know, at the Battle of Kursk. So it's like, I mean, if anything, like those two battles were really kind of like really major turning points. And also, you know, D-Day was kind of like, you know, what helped solidify that completely, you know, especially. But that didn't really happen until about, you know, a full-on like year or so later, give or take. Like, because like the turning point for Stalingrad was like between 42 to 43, and D-Day didn't happen until 44. So it was at least about a year or so, give or take, depending on kind of how you know, like, kind of timeline it, you know, when it really, you know, like, actually kind of took into effect. At least when it came to these very major turning points. And also, like, Operation Sea Lion, because, like, a lot of the power of the Luftwaffe got destroyed because of the Battle of Britain. Like, if anything, they just, like, literally split up their military power way too much, you know, like, during that time. Like, they, you know, if anything, if they just focused with Operation Sea Lion, like, strictly, and be, you know, instead of, like, you know, splitting up, like, the way they did, like, honestly, things probably would have turned out differently. But now I'm just, like, starting to, like, get into alternate history stuff, because, you know, I always, like, kind of think about shit like that. But, I mean, you know, because, you know, it's kind of, like, the hindsight thing about it. It's, like, I mean, if the pressure was consistent with, you know, Operation Sea Lion, instead of, like, you know, just, like, dragging it on and then just, like, bolstering forces in the east, you know, to prep for that, it's just, like, I mean, it would have probably turned out differently.
Wait, like Hiroshima?
Yeah, that's what ended the war.
The war was over by then, pretty much.
I know, but that's what I'm telling you. That's what ended World War II was the drop of the bomb.
Napoleon Taylor, first time. And also, King Carl XII, too, of Sweden. He invaded Russia, and he, like, got fucked in Poltava. Like, he suffered an injury to his leg, and because of a stray bullet. So he couldn't partake in the battle and command it. So he had, like, some of his second-in-command partake in the battle. And the Russians basically fucking slaughtered the Karolinas and his armies at the time. And so, like, I mean, yeah, so honestly, like, there's been multiple motherfuckers that have tried to invade Russia, and it does not work out. So, I mean, like, it just seems like one of those places where you just don't invade.
Wow. Still the opposite.
I mean, you know, it's like, you know, say what you want, you know, about Russia, especially now, but, like, learn from history. Don't invade there. Especially during the summertime, because by the time you get into, like, the inland Russia to where you really want to get to, it's going to be winter, and that's where you get fucked. Okay, so just don't do it.
Is asking how this could happen. The Prime Minister's office says he wasn't aware the speaker...
How could this happen? Oh, I don't know. No, like, y'all too dumb to vet. That's it. Y'all got drunk on the maple syrup and didn't vet on who this guy was?
Wow. Saying in a statement, no advance notice was provided to the Prime Minister's office, nor the Ukrainian delegation, about the invitation or the recognition.
And JP, you've been trying to reach Yaroslav Hunka.
Yeah, Ian, we've asked Yaroslav Hunka and his family to comment. There's been no response. He's defended
I wonder why.
His war service in the past, calling it a fight for Ukrainian independence. Regardless, Russian propagandists have already pounced, using his presence in Parliament to malign Ukraine
That's the shitty thing.
and Canada.
Oh my god. See, now, like, they immediately, like, kind of, like, you know, criticize it, and they're like, well, you know, obviously you got, like, you know, Russia agents, well, honestly, which is true, probably, honestly, I guarantee that's true, But, like, it's immediately, like, now probing that again. It's like, oh, well, you know, let's get a quick dose of, you know, like, this whole Russophobia stuff here real quick. It's like, I mean, is that kind of why this probably happened? It's because, like, people are so on that Kool-Aid that, you know, they just don't vet, you know, anyone that might have, like, fought against the Russians at one point. I mean, this is kind of like how it was with the Mujahideen with, like, you know, the U.S. in the 80s and shit. Like, because they're freedom fighters. Well, guess what happened with that? They happen to be against those damn Ruskies. That's what happened there, you know? It's like,
more effort, you know? Because, like, Zelensky was there. Zelensky was applauding, and now all the fucking made-up nonsense.
It's like, you know, sometimes people that just happen to be, you know, just by circumstance are against Russia, sometimes that might not just be good. I mean, in this case with, you know, Ukraine, currently it is. I mean, because, like, the Ukrainian government, you know, like, I mean, sure, there's plenty of faults I can probably say about it, but them being Nazis or fascists is not anywhere close to that at all. I think it's pretty fucking obvious, like, who's the fascist in this case, and it's Russia's government. I mean, you know, and that's what this invasion is fundamentally, and it's like an illegal fascistic invasion against Ukraine. But it's like, still though, it's like, holy shit. It's like, I mean, goddamn, can we, like, tone down the Russophobia a notch and, like, you know, maybe do some betting and have at least a little bit of, like, you know, thinking brain cells involved in some of this shit, just a little bit? Because you could still support Ukraine and shit, but also kind of, like, have some critical thinking skills. Like, I don't know, it's like, what the fuck? Oh, but here, I want to kind of, like...
Occupy the country.
Yeah,
that is... right?
I think it looks really stupid for him, too, because he definitely, like... Alright, you want to say these Canadians did it?
Yeah, actually, I want to kind of get to where Mike starts talking a little bit. I'll skip around a bit. Because Mike actually gets pretty funny here.
I don't think he
knew
what he should.
Yeah. If
it comes first.
On. These guys are happy that the war has been kept going for probably purposely prolonged with U.S. money. Yeah, probably, yeah. And like I said, there's a lot of problems and criticisms I have with, you know, the Korean government and with just the war itself. And frankly, yeah, for both sides. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, at the root, you know, like, it is still illegal fascist invasion. But, you know, that really doesn't mean that you just, like, you know, like, continue to have, like, you know, the support that we've been seeing. Like, I think really, you know, and honestly, I think it should have been, like, from the get-go, so, like, have a, like, you know, kind of a more critical approach about the support. Like, that doesn't mean that we just, like, you know, withhold it entirely, but, you know, maybe be a little more, you know, cautious about it. Like, you know, when it comes to, like, sending weapons and stuff. Like, I mean, you know, or, like, you know, mutual aid or certain support, like, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, funding some of these, you know, like, volunteer groups and shit or whatever the fuck. Like, you know, maybe vetting some of these people that might be, you know, trying to, like, you know, fight for this type of shit. Because, you know, yeah, there are sometimes, you know, legit fucking Nazis that want to, like, you know, go in there and, you know, fight for, you know, that cause and shit, and have, like, their own weird reasons as to why they're fighting, you know, on that side. I mean, you know, like, so there's a lot of, like, nuance and complications to it, but, I mean, if anything, that just is more of the argument to try to have this war, you know, it be hastened faster, it be, you know, ended quicker. They could have gotten Russia out fast. It's all about making money. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it is. There's a lot of money making being going on. And that's some part of my critique about this whole fucking war. Like, I mean, a lot of, you know, these, you know, like, you know, military business interests and shit certainly are making, you know, different money when it comes to contracts and shit like that. At least, especially when it comes to reinvestments down the line. I mean, they know it, you know, and that's why they're, you know, letting it go on for a little longer, because it helps, you know, when it comes to their business. Like, you know, when it comes to more ammo being manufactured, when it comes to, like, you know, more guns and stuff being manufactured, that makes them fucking cha-ching. So, yeah, I mean, of course they're going to want to go on just at least a little bit. They want the balance of it. They don't want it going on literally forever, but they want it not, you know, being ended too quickly. But guys, all that money's going to just trickle back down to us. I know, right? Yeah. It's going to trickle down back to, you know, the Ukrainian communities that will be able to be rebuilt and quickly, you know, get back on their feet and restabilize after fucking horrible fucking bloodshed and war. And that's the sad thing about it. Like, the longer this war goes on, the more, like, rebuilding that Ukraine's going to have to do, and the longer that's going to take, and that means more instability and more suffering for the Ukrainian people in the long run. And, you know, at the end of the day, the Ukrainian people are the ones who suffer the most. I mean, I feel for them the most out of all of this. Actually, like there's a lady that comes into my work every now and then, and she's from Ukraine, and I don't remember if she moved here before the war or afterwards, or I guess during it. But she moved here some time ago, but I've only seen her somewhat recently, and and I remember at one point, like, a customer was asking her about some stuff, because I was kind of overhearing the conversation, and she was asking, like, you have any family there or anything? And I think she says, like, yeah, I got like some folks out there that are out in the front lines. I keep in touch with them, and they're pretty safe from what I understand, but I still fear for their lives and stuff like that, and blah blah blah. I used to live there, and I used to visit there a lot and stuff. So that, I think that kind of applies to, I think maybe she's moved here a long time ago, but goes back, well, used to, I guess, go back and forth and visit family and shit. But obviously with the war, she can't. So I think that's probably what the situation was, from what I kind of remember from the conversation. But I mean, but that's kind of another element of it. Like, I mean, I guess just because she's a customer, I guess just by proxy an acquaintance, I suppose, like, she kind of she suffers for it, just because she, can't really see all of her family necessarily. And I think, I'm assuming, she probably has a lot of family that are like refugees in different countries, or maybe at least some of her own family, moved out to her, as refugees. So I don't fucking know. And I actually didn't really bother to ask, because I didn't really feel comfortable prying, because I didn't really know if it was, like, respectful to ask or anything, so I just never really pried. But still, it's just like, I mean, that, like, I mean, you could see how these consequences can be global, and even for something small as that, it's like, just some, random person I just kind of meet on the street, basically, it's like hearing their little stories, like, damn, like, this type of shit, even though it's so fucking far away, has made a really direct impact on their fucking life. And even though it doesn't necessarily, for me, like, the indirect consequences of what my taxpayers are going to, which is kind of prolonging and, continuing that suffering for her in a way, directly and indirectly, and also considering what our fucking government has done in the past and what does still currently do. I mean, it's like, I mean, it affects me in that way. I mean, for far different reasons, but that's why I'm critical about that shit. At the end of the day, like, I mean, I will still want Ukraine to win the war, but I don't want, that to be this as a consequence, so to speak, you know what I mean? Because if 500,000 Ukrainians are dead and shit, that's fucking insane. And, like, and what does that mean for, like, the numbers on the Russian side, too? Because, like, a lot of those people are conscripts, too. Like, there was, like, stories, like about a year ago, or, like, 6 months ago, somewhere in between that time frame, where there's, like, penal battalions, which are, like, prisoner battalions, like, sending prisoners to fucking war and shit. It's like, I mean, like, random just motherfuckers that aren't even really, like, volunteers or fighting for a cause or some shit. They're, like, forced out there. Or, like, desperate, so they think that's a way to get an out, for, like, some freedom down the line if they, just serve some time for a little bit. It's just like, there's a lot of those type of motherfuckers that are out there, on the Russian side, too. I kind of think about that as well, and it's like, I mean, what the fuck do they have to do with any of this? It's like, they're forced in this fucking predicament, too. I mean, it's like, I mean, it impacts them as well. That doesn't mean that, like, what they're doing is good, obviously. It's still fucked up, but they, because no one should have been in that situation in the first place, because war's fucking hell. And, God forbid that I might have empathy for human life. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck. Because obviously there's plenty of fucking, soldiers on the Russian side that are certain, like, volunteers or, like, vehement Nazis that are, fucking drank the Kool-Aid or are gun-ho for it. Plenty of them out there. But, sprinkled in are these, people that, were either desperate, forced into it, or, as a way to, maybe, like, get probation or some freedom or some shit for being in prison in a fucking penal battalion. Like, these things are fucking real. It's like, and those people have nothing to do with this shit. I mean, that, it's like, I mean, they don't really deserve the fucking, war bullshit, as much as anyone else.
Fighting, but in World War II, as part of the SS, the voluntary, Ukrainian SS, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
And there's several, like, mass atrocities, civilian atrocities that are associated with the division that he was in. So it's, yeah. there's no denying the involvement.
Yeah, he's guilty. Side note, a couple of weeks ago...
here we go. Here's Mike.
I made some correct comments when we were watching a video about Mitch McConnell that some people took issue with, that people felt were a little bit cold.
When he like was on 2%.
I don't remember what I did yesterday.
Yeah.
This morning.
Well, when Mitch McConnell froze, I made comments that people felt were a little bit insensitive, although they were absolutely correct.
You mean based?
Unequivocally stand by them. Ask yourselves this: if you took issue with that, I'm a little bit butthurt by this. If you took issue with that, if somebody ran up to that Nazi who's 98 years old and just uppercutted him, would you feel sympathy?
No. I would feel sympathy for the guy who uppercutted that 98-year-old grandpa Nazi. If some random, like, fucking black bloc Antifa just out of nowhere, like, fucking, like, Sonic ran up to that guy and just, boom, just uppercutted him and just, like, bolted and just fucking, like, Naruto run out of there, dude, like, I would think that is, like, the most Giga Chad son of a bitch.
Because if the answer is no, then you would agree with me.
I thought
and my stance that my
public apology. I thought this was about to be like a PR
Hey, sometimes you have a rough night, but not in the bad way. I mean, yeah.
apology type situation.
Yeah,
He
that's
was
what
like,
I thought
and
you were
I'm
ramping
not
up to.
sorry.
I thought you were going to pull out a ukulele.
I'm doubling down, baby.
Doubling down, baby.
It's not that bad. We want him to direct.
Every single podcast we do, can we?
I think
be kind for a little bit.
I think he should be extradited to Poland, like Poland is looking.
That's what they're trying to do. Yeah.
Polish MP is trying to do right now. Which
Isn't like the like Polish prime minister kind of like a far right like kind of weirdo too? So I like what are they gonna do? Pardon him?
MP is apparently a massive racist piece of shit. That's what I learned on Twitter as soon as I posted that news article from Polish people, Polish lefties. But they're like, this is a rare win for a huge racist piece of shit trying to extradite your Nazi from Canada.
I mean, we should be clear too how this Nazi got into Canada. He definitely showed up and said, "I was in the SS," and they were just, "Welcome to Canada. Here's your maple syrup. Enjoy your stay." He was clearly allowed into the country, like so many Nazis were allowed into North America as a whole, anyway.
Or brought
South
in Operation Paperclip. They had a lot of technology and
yeah. So I mean. Even the U.S. and Canada have a lot to introspection.
Especially Canada, honestly.
It's frustrating to me to watch that video because it's like, you have him, he's right there. What are you doing? Arrest him. Beat his ass. He's an actual World War II Nazi. You know what I mean?
I love Mike, dude. Just beat his ass. He's just like, don't give him a fuck, dude. Kaiser Kirk was right. Kaiser Kirk was right, bro. Dude, honestly, I still kind of can't get over that Anton Kapanen of Beast in Black literally fucking damn near looks like Scotty. I mean, like, I'm gonna post that on fucking the DFF subreddit. It's like, I want to make that known. I want to, like, see if people agree with me, because, dude, like, he straight up fucking does. It kind of looks like a, when was around the time that Scotty had, like, medium, like, shoulder-length hair? It was like at least around DFF times, so it kind of looks like early DFF like Scotty almost, but just like a lot more like punk and metal looking, and is in a band and a very successful band is Finnish instead of Louisiana boy. I tell you what, they're not.
However old he is,
he's
you put him like a historical figure, and that's where people. That's what they're doing. They're trying to show like he's a part of history, and I guess people who don't know, like I wouldn't have known. I would have thought, okay.
Oh my god, I hate that like thing. Yeah, there are probably some people that made that argument. It's like, well, he's like element of history, and we should respect that. It's like, well, hey, if he's a Nazi and he's a part of that history, then I spit on that history. It's like me spitting on the grave of Robert E. Lee. Like I'm like what? Am I supposed to respect some elements of history just because it's historic? I mean, like, yeah, no. Like, I mean, there's sometimes, some things in, history deserves to be fucking criticized and mocked and fucking spat on. I mean, we should still learn about it and remember and know what that is. I mean, that doesn't mean we forget it, but it means that we understand what it was, how heinous it is, and we spit on that and hope that never fucking happens again. That's what it means. Like, we don't fucking forget that shit, you know, because unless we're doomed to repeat it, you know. So, you know that phrase. So it's just like, I mean, you know, like, we need to acknowledge, you know, that type of shit and realize that this is fucked up and, you know, spit in the eye of that and, you know, do better. Like, that's, like, I mean, like, sometimes history doesn't need to be respected just because it's historic. I mean, you know, sometimes it does need to be criticized. And because of that, you know, we ought to do better. You know, and that doesn't mean we forget it.
Yeah.
Look, guys, you can't disrespect the ritual sacrifice. It's part of our history. Okay, fuck yeah, I ain't no shit. And you know what was funny? It's like, you know, like, weirdly enough, a lot of these weird conservative chucklefucks will never, you know, grant that same argument when it comes to, like, you know, maybe, like, some, like, woke lefty type that might be like, well, hey, you know, this is part of the Aztec and Mayan culture when they did, like, you know, human sacrifices stuff. I mean, you gotta, like, respect that and blah, 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 and whatever. Like, I mean, or at least, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, maybe some more extreme version of that, whatever the fuck. And they're like, well, see, no, that's just all bullshit, and it's just, like, all barbaric. We don't need to respect that. It's like, well, we don't need to respect your weird far-right fascist bullshit either, bitch, so... You know, it's kind of a two-way street with that fucking mentality, ain't it? I mean, the thing is, like, I don't necessarily respect, like, the, you know, the I Am Aztec fucking, like, you know, like, sacrifice shit or whatever the fuck. It's pretty fucking metal as hell, like, good for metal album covers and shit like that. I mean, I'll grant that, but, I mean, like, at the end of the day, like, you know, like, yeah, it's fucked up. I mean, yeah, don't do that. That's crazy. But, you know what, like, I mean, hey, we can still learn about that element of history, but despite that, there's probably a lot of, and there is a lot of really cool shit about, like, you know, Aztec history and stuff like that. I mean, you know, despite the fact there's a lot of fucked up shit you don't have to respect, I mean, there's plenty of cool stuff that you can respect and think is pretty badass and cool. Because there is. So, I mean, it's like, you know, shocker, sometimes culture can be complex like that. And sometimes history can be complex, so, shocker. Black people just equal one about slavery, I tell you what, boy. It's like, just shut up about Adam and Eve, yeah, for real.
Right, that wouldn't have been information that I went to look
Right.
up.
If you didn't know, yeah.
Yeah, but he's like, how old? So people were like, See, so you think, Mike, like even right now, like go get him. Like
I don't think he's being serious. Mike, if you, there's no, you're such talk. You're so talk. There's no way if you met this guy.
Oh shit.
Real
Dave call about.
Punch a 98-year-old man in the face.
I would not do that.
Uppercut. Cut. Okay, you would not do that.
I mean,
Hey,
that's to what I...
Zukov. Zukov. Bro. Oi.
Relax there, dog.
Bruh.
I would probably spit in his face. But I would, like, if somebody was like, oh, fuck it, I'll do more. I'll punch him in the face. I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, base. Because, I mean, how many deaths is this person responsible for? This is a Nazi. The fact that he is breathing is offensive to me. So once you find out, that's when I feel like, man, just go fucking pound him.
Just go, dude, fucking Mike, dude. I love how, like, radical he's gotten, honestly. Like, I remember back in the day when I first started watching him, he kind of felt like, you know, I kind of thought he was kind of a little bit of a softie, but dude, lately these days, he's just like, nah, fuck that shit, I'm going all in. Like, all gas, no brakes, baby, dude. I'm digging this, like, kind of new Mike arc, honestly. It's like, ooh, little spicy Mike.
Oh my
David,
God.
why don't we make
I do not endorse anything that Mike was saying.
Why don't we
demonetize his
fucking David.
that all
Take his video.
we can all agree on this.
This
all
is ridiculous.
criminals should face some form of trial for them. Why don't we do all
Yeah, right, it's just the lack of accountability. You know what I mean?
Follow the law and not just beat up
infuriating.
random old people. How about that? How about there's a process that people have to go through when they do things that
Mike, does
are
the local
wrong?
does the local senior center need to get a keep you away?
Hey,
The local senior center just having a warning being like, hey, we need to make sure Mike, like, it's like next time I, you know, like, go walk by a senior center, I just see, like, the poster of Mike's face, just like, warning, if you see this man, call the authorities, do not approach. Oh my god, dude.
I'm gonna call and see if you guys have any Nazis there. I need some aggression to take out.
I get it.
Position of, like,
If you have no
pro
Nazis
meeting
there,
the
just
elderly.
any
Like, this is
96-year-olds will do.
Damn, what the fuck, David? Okay, it's like, David's like, oh, what is this position of, like, beating elderly people? It's like, it's not beating elderly people, it's beating Nazis. Like, beating up a Nazi is different than beating up some elderly person. It's just that this Nazi happens to be elderly. Like, I mean, that's just the circumstance of the situation. Don't get me wrong, I love mythology, but I draw the line of fucking terrorism. To me, I'm just more evil than mine. Okay, I just love the oxymoron of the two comments going on here. But yeah, it's true, it's the first part. But maybe I'm just more evil than mine, but I would have want to pull some shit to make this old fuck think he's getting Alzheimer's. Yeah, probably.
Anybody who was living during the time and
I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, hey, hashtag it's okay to punch Nazis. So
on video where they were like a
fucking Nazi. Like at that point, like if you're a Nazi and fought with them and shit in World War II, I literally don't give a fuck how old you are. Like, how many old fart Nazis were around during World War II itself that were, like, you know, gun-ho and proud, you know, to be part of their fucking movement and shit. Like, it don't matter what age you are if you're a literal Nazi. Look, who gives a shit?
They, like, got
fucking
to
Nazi.
their grandkids. They got to do all of that. Or, like, Carolyn Bryant, who, you know, with Emmett Till, was a part of his murder. Like, but she got to see her life through, raise her kids, all of that kind of stuff. But, you know, and America just said, like, she's old. Like, she's, you know, but they were a part of a lot of bad things.
Exactly. It's
So-
like, when you think about the Holocaust and in these gas chambers, these scratches that you see on the walls from the nails of people that were gassed, like anyone who was a Nazi, I mean, the things that they did were incomprehensible. So the fact that there's still Nazis just 98 years old today, living their lives, probably have grandchildren.
And honestly, considering what happened on the Eastern Front, I mean, there's some shit that was probably even fucking worse. Because, like, a lot of the shit that they did when it came to the mass killings there were fucking brutal. Like, honestly, if you want to kind of get an idea about it, just watch Come and See. Like, that movie will kind of get you an idea. And it's also an anti-war film, and of, you know, that takes place in World War II on the Eastern Front. I think specifically more in Belarus, but it kind of gets an idea about, like, kind of what the fuck was going on. And in a way, it was a lot more heinous and brutal, you know, and way less regimented in comparison to what was going on at the camps. I mean, it's not that, like, all of it wasn't just, like, utterly brutalic and fucking dehumanizing in every fucking sense, but it was just literally more uncivil and savage and barbaric, you know, on the Eastern Front, because there wasn't really anything that's set up for camps there, and obviously the infrastructure to just have, like, rail lines to go, you know, having all these people just go all the way over back into Poland and Berlin, and, or in Germany and shit, you know, whatever the fuck. I mean, it was just impractical, so there was a lot more of a savage way to deal with it.
Face no accountability, no jail time, not even somebody spitting in their face. It just feels like there's no fucking justice in this world. And it's not like the applause that offends me, right? Because they didn't know. We all have lapses in judgment or ignorance. I think that speaker probably realized it, as we saw when he was reading it. But it's so frustrating that you can do such a huge injustice, be part of such a massive atrocity, and there's no accountability. And look, it's not just Nazis where we do this. I mean, how many war criminals in the United States do we parade around as heroes? Hillary Clinton with Henry Kissinger talking about how he's advising her in 2016. It's so frustrating.
Ellen DeGeneres and George Bush. Like,
Ellen DeGeneres and George Bush, right. So it makes me so mad that these murderers can walk around and we just pretend like they're not murderers. Like, they just go...
Yeah, because, you know, every now and then we just need a good old... I feel like, you know, Mike is not actually gonna say it, but, like, I think he was like, you know, we just need every now and then, you know, even in the most minimal, bare minimum of just, like, you know, a kaboom. Which, you know, I don't even disagree with, by the way, but, you know, like...
their lives as they commit atrocities. It pisses me off. I'm sorry.
I also don't support...
Send Ellen to the Hague!
Yeah.
I mean, just send Ellen to the Hague. You know what? Fuck it. If she's willing to parade around with, like, you know, George W., you know, and then try to deflect, be like, oh my god, like, this, I found out. It's like, nah, Hague. Nah, you're basically complicit of war crimes at that point. Nah, fuck you, I don't care. Hague with you.
I also don't support like vigilante violence though. Like I don't know, there's a process to go. These people should be held accountable. That doesn't mean we go and beat them up. That's kind of.
Hey, did you watch Dexter? Were you not on the side of Dexter?
True. My Sim's going hard here because I don't want this man to be hurt. No one's left to be dragged out as long as possible. I mean, as long as possible, he should be left on some shithole ass with somewhere. No one to talk to him or even as much as look him in the eye and leave him slowly right away with no entertainment whatsoever. Yeah, I mean, I tend to agree with that. Because, I mean, fuck a motherfucker like that. Like, I mean, this is why, like, when it comes to the whole, like, like, oh, sometimes you need to respect the dead, or, like, someone who's, like, from a time that was historic and they partook in it and blah, blah. It's like, hey, maybe sometimes, nah. Like, sometimes, nah. How about that? And that's definitely a case of, nah. Like, like, fuck a bitch like that. I mean, honestly, like, again, like, the fact that he, like, just basically kind of got that, like, tiny little, like, hoopla of just, like, yes, yeah, get my last little bit of, vindication. It's like, I mean, really, that's kind of what, really gets me fucking, like, really gets me goat with that shit. Here, let's see what's going on. See what other little things are. Not prefer to, though. Outside of a Canada endorsing Nazis for half a second. Russia every time there's a winter invasion. Just like, yeah, whatever. It's just a Tuesday for us. Here. Yeah, there we go. Here, I saw a clip that I wanted to check out, but where the fuck did it go? Where did it go? I don't see it no more. Gonna try to find it, 'cause I know it's a Kyle clip. So I'll just go to Kyle. Good old Kyle Kalinske. Let's see what be going down in that good old Kyle Kalinske. Bam, 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 bam. Here, man, is YouTube just, like, dumb or something? Because, like, for some reason I'm on his video section on latest, and it's not even showing the latest. Like, huh? What would you just, like, lie? What the fuck? Where are they? Like, it's showing them all from a day ago. Like, didn't he? Like, even the one I clicked on to get here is not even. Dude, Suka, shut up. No, hey. Oh my god. Okay. Hold on. Dude, Sux. Hey, Suka. Shush. No, I'm gonna hold you. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Come here. Yep. Alright. You're on my lap now. You're gonna be right here. No, shut up. Yep. Oh, that's her. Oh. Where do you think you're going, boy? Oh, where do you think you're going, boy? Hell no. Where do you think you're going? Oreo Masu? Ooh. This looks pretty good. Mmm. That look delicious, scrumptious. And you're just being an annoying little bitch. Look at you. You're just being an annoying bitch. An annoying little bitch. The fuck is up? What is up with you? You big old butt. You big old butt. You big old butt. big old butt. Oh. 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 Dude, he's such a groany little fuck, dude. Look at his little feet. Look at his little feet. Oh my good lord. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. I just like scrunched them all up in there. My lord. Look at you. Dude, oh my good lord. Big ball. You ridiculous little ball. Oh my good grief. You little groany mutt. Like fucking anglerfish. How the fuck is he so goddamn talented? Maybe some pumpkin cravies by Ray Villafane. Likes me so I would see this much passion and creativity. Whoa. Whoa, dude. Dude, that's so cool. Dude, that's pretty dope. Dude, these are fucking badass. Okay, get this fucking ad out of here. There we go. Dude, these are awesome. Whoa. Whoa, dude. What? Dude, how in the fuck does that... Dude, whoa. How does someone, like, even, like, figure that out? Is that meant to be Trump? Is that a Trump one? Oh, no. I shall hold on to your little muscle. Yes. Whoa, dude. If he gets his skin intentions. When I try to carve a pumpkin, it looks like someone threw it against the wall. I know, and this guy is just like got some masterful shit going, dude. Dude, Chucky, that's awesome. Whoa, dude. Oh, dude. Dude, that is fucking badass. That is badass, dude. Are we done? Are you done, you little munchkin? Look at this whole thing. Look at all the smush. Look at all that. Look at the smushiness. Look at you all smush. You just big ol' smush. Look at you. Look at this. You're just a big ol' smush ball. You're just a big ol' ball smush. Yeah. That stretchy face is my second favorite. Well, maybe my third with the Predator. Dude, that Predator that one is pretty fucking dope. Yeah, that anglerfish is probably my first favorite for sure. And then I think between that stretchy face one, well, the Predator, yeah, I don't. It's kind of hard to decide of some of them. Those last two are really badass. The one, like that one that has kind of like the stretchy like stitch thing going on. I mean, that one's pretty badass. I mean, it's kind of hard to choose. Can I help you? Your little butt. Oh, you big smush boy. What is you? You're just a fucking ridiculous mutt. Big goof. Oh, you groany boy. Goodness gracious. Alright, are we gonna be good? Well, we're gonna be okay. You're damn it! What are you doing? Hey, excuse me. Oh, damn it! Get. Ay. Dios mío. Sweet pumpkin seeds. I try to put some pumpkin spice and sugar to sweeten them. God damn, it's like this. It's like they suck them things in the Dead Sea before they bag them. I'm assuming there's just like nothing to them. They just like have them the way they are. So, I mean, I would assume potentially, like, that would be my guess. So I'm assuming you would just have to do that and prep it yourself. That would be my guess. Oh, I also found that clip I wanted to see. Well, they aren't naturally salty. Well, maybe that's what happens when they dry them. Because I know they dry them and stuff. So maybe that's what happens. They just get salty when they dry them out. I don't know. Dude, bro, Kyle. Kyle. Our sweet lesbian boy, Kyle. Our dude, bro. But I heard a little boof. Or they had a fuck ton of salt. Yeah, probably. I mean, that could also be it, too. Sukov, come on, bro. Sukes, quit being a butt. Quit being a butt. Quit being a butt. When's the last time you had a bag of pumpkin seeds? Actually not too long ago, but I was giving them to squirrels. So, I mean, I haven't had them myself, but I was giving them to squirrels. So, funny enough, at least not too long ago, probably like a week ago or something. I had a little motor splitter, so I got some almonds and like walnuts, and then you know, pumpkin seeds and my regular peanuts. Do you mind? You little butt. Can you quit being a little butt? You goof. Look at you. Bump. 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 You're a goof. 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 Bump. Are we good? It's just giving me the stare. You know, I read peanuts are best for squirrels. I've read the what? I've read the opposite. Are you really? Like, I've heard they're not necessarily like nutritional, but they're not bad for them. It's kind of like the equivalent of like, you know, just like a kind of like a neutral health food snack or something. It's like not necessarily bad for you, but not good for them, type of thing. Like normal ones, just regular old peanuts. Like, I mean, I know cashews are not good for them. Like, you don't want to give them cashews. And from my understanding, like, Brazil nuts, you can give them in small doses, but they'll kind of act drunk a little bit. So, if you want to kind of only give them that as, like, a little fun treat. Yeah, so, like, you know, like, from my understanding, like, most nuts and stuff are okay. Pistachios, yeah, pistachios are good. They're okay for them. Pine nuts are really good. Like, I've read a whole list. Like, I mean, I vetted this shit. I'm pretty sure peanuts are fine for them. Bar fighting squirrels. Bar fighting squirrels. Dude, hell yeah.
So, in some sense, it's actually the most substantive part of the debate, in my opinion, which was the most interesting.
This is, whoa. It's not just Kyle, but it's the crew. By the way, this is our topic. It's some union stuff, because why not?
Me was the very first question, where they asked the candidates what they thought about the auto workers strike. And we've got a little contrast here between Tim Scott, who is fully in the Ronald Reagan, let's fire them, why are they asking so much, screw these people, I'm with the bosses.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's just like Tim Scott in a nutshell right now. And honestly, I don't know why he's even a thing. And by the way, this is probably going to be the only time I'm going to even remotely get close to remotely even getting, you know, like, discussing about these debates, so just accept this.
This is the attempted kind of
or not, whatever.
Sleight of hand of Vivek Ramaswamy, who at least wants to signal he's...
I mean, I suppose considering that there is, like, some union talk, I guess now I have to have a little bit of a slight fuck to give. I kind of want to hear what these weird chuckle fucks have to say about it. I mean, it's all going to be kind of the same bullshit, I suppose, but I'm kind of curious if maybe there's someone's going to throw a group ball. I don't know. We'll see.
Quote-unquote popular.
I doubt it.
Let's take a listen to a little bit of how that went down.
We should look back at the first bill in Congress under Joe Biden. The first bill had $86 billion for the union pensions because they continue to overpromise yet underdeliver. One of the challenges that we have in the current negotiations is that They want 4-day French work weeks, but more money. They want more benefits, working fewer hours.
That's good. Yeah, it's called, like, having a better work-to-life balance, you fuckwit.
Simply not going to stand. I'll say this. Joe Biden should not be on the picket line. He should be on the southern border working to clean.
What? He shouldn't be on the picket line. He should be at the southern border, dude. Like what? With a fucking like M24 sniper rifle, just like picking off somebody or some shit. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, maybe I do want to watch all this. Holy fuck. Okay, I was not ready for that. Holy shit. What? Okay. Alright, that just like, whoa, that actually like energized me out of nowhere. I was kind of like, alright, you know, I might, you know, check out this one last thing, blah, 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 whatever. But I was like, okay, wait, what? Like, I might want to, like, you know, maybe have like a time set aside to just check this whole thing out, maybe, honestly. That just like, kind of like, what? Like, holy shit, what else was going on in here outside of this old, like, union topic? Like, what?
Our southern border, because it is unsafe, wide open, and it's...
You know, what's funny is that he is just, like, utterly deflecting, too. Like, I mean, it's like, he's just like, oh yeah, it's unacceptable what they're asking for. Anyway, he shouldn't be at the picket line, he should be over here. I mean, like, what a way to kind of deflect from the whole thing. Like, I mean, kind of walking back without really walking back his takes about, like, you know, oh yeah, they're striking, so fucking fire them, yeah. Or maybe he says it later.
Patience for the union bosses, I think that's where he and I actually have a common view. I do have a lot of sympathy for the workers, however. People are going through...
Oh, fuck off. Like, you just said you like, aligned with fucking Tim Scott, okay? That immediately means that you, like, are, like, basically union busters. So, what, you sympathize with the workers out of nowhere, you fucking weird businessman, fucking, like, pharmaceutical peddling fuck? And, what the fuck is with his hair? It's different. Like, it's actually a little different this time. Like, is he, like, trying to do, like, some, like, Indian-style Elvis Presley thing or something? Like, he's got, like, an Elvis Presley, like, hair, like, do-up going on. Like, is he trying to do, like, some, like, weird Elvis, like, greaseback type of, like, you know, like, rockabilly 50s greaser hairstyle? What the fuck is he doing? Dude, it's, like, way more puffed up than it used to be. Like, what the hell? What? Dude, you're not like some weird, like, rockabilly, like, you know, rebel guy, you know, whatever the fuck. You're, oh my god, is he trying to, is this like how do you do fellow kids moment with, like, you know, some weird tiny little, like, get up or something? Or is he trying to, like, mimic Trump with that? Like, well, what is he doing with that?
This country. I've been through hardship growing up. My father stared down layoffs at GE under Jack Welch's tenure at the GE plant in Evendale, Ohio. My mom had to work overtime in nursing.
Oh my good fucking god. Yeah, nah.
In Southwest Ohio to make ends meet and pay off our home loan. So I understand that hardship is not a choice. But victimhood is a choice.
There we go. These union workers are just, you know, trying to do victimhood complex bullshit, and they're doing that by choice. My god.
In the United States of America.
I don't really even understand that last line. Is he saying that the union workers are victims? That they're suffering from victimhood? Is that what he's saying?
I think so.
He's trying to say that they have a victimhood complex because they have it too easy, and, you know, now they're trying to ask for too... Like, he's basically saying Tim Scott's thing, but being a little bit more, like, charismatic about it, or at least attempting to be like that.
But also, I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to do what Trump is doing. Mm-hmm. Trump has successfully duped the idiot media into thinking, like, oh, he's going to picket with the UAW workers. He's going to talk to striking workers. That is a lie. He went to a non-union scab shop. Now, since he had the event already...
At the invitation of management, by the way.
At the invitation of management, there's rumors the right to...
Wait, honestly, like, is there any video of Trump even going to that? Because that was supposed to be going on during the actual debates and shit. Like, did that, like, was there anything recorded from that? Because I don't even think I've seen anything out of that.
people set it up, which is they're the anti-union people. They had signs, union workers for Trump, that weren't union made that were there. Some people interviewed
of course
people who were in the audience, and they were like, I don't work here, and I'm not a union worker.
Right.
And it's like, okay, it's all and Trump in the speech was pretending he was talking to the picketing workers, to the UAW workers.
Yeah, and
just
by
lying.
the way, in a very contemptible way, telling them that
You're not
they,
fighting for the right thing.
They don't understand the fight that they're...
If anything, he literally kind of went mob boss status with it, being like, oh, hey, you know, it's like, if these UAW workers, if they do not endorse me, then I'm going to crack down on them. They're going to, you know, get what's coming to them, basically. It's just like, I mean, he's basically doing, like, the mob boss approach. It's like, oh, if you don't, like, you know, cave to my shit, then I'm going to, like, you know, basically, like, bust your shit up, you know, go on the side of the fucking bosses if I want. Instead of getting their cut.
You know, their negotiation is meaningless, and that they're not fighting for the right things, too, by the way. So, yeah, that's what Vivek is trying to do. There were a number of other candidates on stage who, you know, they wanted to be like, oh, it's Joe Biden's fault that this strike is happening. But it's weird when, like, 75% of the public actually supports the strike and the strikers and their demands over the bosses. So to me, it's a weird thing to be like, Joe Biden's to blame for this, when I'm like, it's good that workers feel empowered enough to take these labor actions.
And also, he's not to blame for it.
Right.
I got criticisms of Biden. This is not one of them. First of all, Biden's famous line, back when he was VP, is Bin Laden is dead and GM is alive. Because he helped bail them out, and that was his big, like, yeah, you know, I'm for the unions. He picked it.
Okay, yeah, here. I actually kind of just want to see more of it. Is there more of it, or is that all they, like... Is that literally all the fucking clip that they get? I sort of, like... There's obviously just more to it. Oh, my God. I got picked up, you know, for that tiny little thing. It's like... I was hoping that maybe they'll play one more little clip, but they don't. Maybe motherfuckers... Now I'm like half tempted. I know there's something I could look at to see, but I'll just probably do that another time. Because honestly, I kind of am a little curious about what else they were saying about union shit in there. Because, I mean, I want to see some more clips about it. But, you know, I guess I'm going to have to fucking just watch the damn thing now, aren't I? Like, Boo. See what other little fun things we can look at. What slang? What are you doing over there? Weird little ball. What a goof. What are you doing? It's like sniffing something in the corner of the door for some reason. No! Sir Michael Gambon is dead? What the fuck? He's passed away at the age of 82. Damn. Notably known as the Great Gambon in the world of acting, he stepped into the role of Dumbledore following the passing of Richard Harris in 2003. Beyond his Wizarding World fame, Gambon's career featured numerous stage screen albums. Damn, dude. Damn. That sucks. Bruh. Man, that makes me sad. That truly does make me kind of sad right there, I tell you what. Man. Can we just, like, stop losing cool people? You know, like, there's been, like, some artists and, like, you know, musicians and actors in, like, the past, like, what, like, 2 months? Like, every other week or, like, every week? It's like, can we stop? It's time to stop. Like, I mean, Jesus. It's just like, what the fuck? It's like, man. Why can't we just, like, you know, just have them last at least for a few years? Can we have, like, you know, a time period and space, you know, where artists, you know, especially really awesome ones, don't die? That'd be nice. Just a nice little moment of respite. That'd be cool. Here. Some iPhone 15 drama. Ooh, it's a Charlie video. And wow, dude, I'm shocked our iPhone released another dog shit. So now people are upset about it. You know what? I'm all to kind of laugh and be like, heh heh. To a bunch of like weird Apple Sims that think their like products are like god tier, then they realize they get shit.
Not someone who often upgrades technology unless I absolutely have to, unless I'm forced to evolve.
Charlie, you're speaking my language.
For example, and this will...
hey, for example, I can show you right now. The phone I'm going to upgrade to, I have in my pocket just because I haven't, like, totally switched over to yet. I haven't got a chance to totally get it fucking switched over already because I just fucking need to because this thing is literally on, like, fucking razor wires. Like, the thinnest of wires. And I'm surprised it actually has lasted as long as it has, to be fucking frank. I am literally that in a nutshell. It's like, unless I am forced to evolve, and even then I struggle. I'm a caveman with this shit.
Me bullied a little bit, thrown up against the lockers and made fun of. I actually used my iPod Touch all the way up until about 6 months ago as my primary means of listening to music. I used my iPod Touch from about...
Dude. Wait, from how long?
2009 or 2010.
Bruh, dude, I probably had a similar model of iPod Touch from back in the day, because it's basically like if I remember, they're pretty much like iPhones, but they're just not iPhones, you know, they're just basically like, you know, I don't know, like, just this, but just not a phone, essentially, that's just basically is what it was, like, and, dude, I had one too from, like, probably like 8th grade freshman year-ish, about like somewhere in between that time period onward. But somehow, like, I dropped it once, and then for some reason the mic slowly but surely just died and just would not work anymore. So like that ended up just making me not want to use it anymore, because it's like, damn, I can't make videos or go to concerts and record videos or something like that. Because I used it at the time to do that too with it, you know. And I honestly, if I remember, I think it probably because I dropped it once at a show and I was like, oh shit, grabbed it, picked it up really quick, and then, like, you know, recorded a couple more, and I kind of realized during that process it slowly kind of like went out after like, you know, 2 or 3, you know, recordings I did. I went, oh, I just kind of went, oh fuck. And so I just like, well, this sucks. I'll just have my phone now, I guess. Fuck this. So yeah, damn, man, dude, Charlie's kind of like speaking to me with this shit almost. Like he has like the same mentality that I do of tech in a way. It's like, unless I absolutely have to evolve, like, there ain't no way I'm evolving. I mean, it makes me kind of surprised that he has such a gentle, angelic touch with his iPod Touch, because apparently I dropped it once and it just decided to say, fuck you, you're done. So, I mean, you know, I don't know. So, I guess I just had to just run of the bed, roll the dice with it, so whatever. But honestly, Apple sucks anyway, so I'm not exactly one to, you know, have any really much love for it in the first place.
All the way until 2023, with no problems and no plans of changing that. The only reason I switched to just making a music playlist on YouTube to listen to songs from now on is just because that was a little more convenient to add new tracks to it. Whereas to add a new track to my iPod Touch, I had to fire up iTunes, which already feels like an archaic fossil for music.
Yep.
And I also had to convert songs if I wanted to download them from the internet into a specific format to work with iTunes and my iPod Touch.
Oh, those are days. You could kind of do that on mobile too, so I'm sure he could have just done that directly on his iPhone or iPod. Oh my god, how much that kind of shows how archaic and old iPods were. My brain just decided to go immediately to iPhone.
Just jumping through hoops, and it was just kind of a habit.
But honestly, I've done that. Like, I mean, not really for songs, but for like sound bites and stuff. Like, if I want a soundbite, I'll just straight up, like, go online and just, like, copy the link of that soundbite or something, just download it and stuff.
Eventually,
it's time to stop. Like, I mean, I got that one saved just because, you know, some soundbites are just worth saving because they're fun. And every now and then I'll just, like, pop them up and, you know, have fun with my friends and shit with it. Actually, now that reminds me, that could be at least my version of at least a little soundboard, but I would have to, like, pull the, oh my god, that'll be a, like, fucking process, just Christ. I haven't done that yet. I'll do that when the upgrade comes in. I have to, like, transfer all my sound bites over and shit.
We'll
test the waters of this. See how it works.
took all of the songs from my iPod and made a music playlist on YouTube for it. But if I didn't have to like convert songs, I'd still be using my iPod Touch to this day. I just don't feel the need to upgrade unless there's a big reason to. Whether it stops working, malfunctions, or the newer model just has an unbelievably massive amount of changes that are beneficial. And
wait, is he implying that they still make iPods? Honestly, if so, like, I mean, like, I'm actually kind of surprised, because, like, who uses those? Like, you can basically get everything you could get in an iPod, but just, you know, also have it as a phone.
I really do think things were made stronger back in the day, built to last. My original iPod I actually still have, and it works flawlessly. Meanwhile, if you get a modern Apple product, there's a chance it stops working within the first fucking week. Because some of these things they put out, and it's not just Apple, it's not exclusive to them, but some of these things modern companies put out are designed to not last that long, so that way it keeps you buying into their system and on their products. It sucks, but that's just kind of the reality of the world right now. The reason I mention all of this is because right now there's a lot of controversy around the iPhone 15's durability, because it's very fragile from most of the tests that have been put out there, especially when...
Oh my lord. Look, I can understand, like, you know, wanting, like, you know, a phone that, like, has, like, I don't know, like, you know, something that's kind of slick, so it's kind of easy, you know, to, like, you know, like, kind of flick your, you know, hands on or whatever. But honestly, I can kind of tell that with this one, it's way better, you know, just because, like whatever the backing of it is a totally different material than the front. Because the one I got here, it's kind of the same glass. It's like pretty much all around it almost, with like kind of like a edge, you know, kind of connecting both of them. So it's always been like one that kind of easily or slip out of my hands. This one kind of sticks in my hand a little better. So it's like, I mean, and also got a pretty good super fucking camera, so definitely upgrade that. So that I just, again, like, at some point in between fucking work and shit, you know, that's gonna be dealt with and stuff.
To older iPhones that don't break and shatter as easily. I still have...
And this is also why I don't have iPhones, because they're retardedly fragile. Like, I remember actually, it was, funny enough, I think, after I graduated, it was after I graduated. I think it was in 2015. Like, was it? No, okay, it was somewhere around that time. I forgot fucking when. It was somewhere around that time. But, like, I got, like, you know, an iPhone as a gift, but basically, literally, within, like, a couple of weeks after having it and shit, like, it basically, the charging cable on it decided to just, like, not work anymore. Like, I mean, not the cable itself, but, like, the port, like, specifically. And you know, no matter what I did, like, I bought different cables and shit, like, 3 or 4 different cables, and nothing fucking worked. And I was like, well, this fucking sucks balls. Like, I was just like, well, time to buy another phone, I guess. Fuck this shit. Like, and honestly, after that, I was like, no, fuck Apple. They, like, this is like a racket. They're a fucking extortion racket. Like a mafia made into a successful business. Like, ugh.
An iPhone 11, and no plans of upgrading to the 15 or anything like that, because I don't need to. But there are people that every single time Apple puts out a new phone, they get it. Even when they don't need to, their older one works fine.
Because they're simps.
They'll get the newer model just because they're hooked on the latest and greatest. And this time around, they're getting a rude awakening with just how fragile the iPhone 15 appears to be. You've seen the mass amounts of news regarding the iPhone 15's durability. Yeah.
Integrity of the iPhone 15 Pro Max.
Bang.
Bruh, really? Dude, that easy, huh?
I saw a lot of, like, actual...
Well, surprisingly, it didn't break the front screen.
Takes on that, like, he tried to break the iPhone 15 and it broke. Shocking. What were you expecting? Well, you shouldn't be able to break a phone with just that minimal amount of pressure. This guy apparently...
I mean, no shit. He just basically just did this. Like, I mean, I kind of did it with some decent pressure, and honestly, this is fucking pretty sturdy. So it's like, I mean, like, if an iPhone is basically easily able to do that shit, I mean, for fuck's sake.
For every single new iPhone, and this is the first one to do that. Like, I'm a pretty strong guy. I'm up there with Hercules. I can't break... There's a good chance I can't break my iPhone 11.
I think it was about to try to experiment with it, but it was just like, nah.
By doing that. But I'm not going to put it to the test, because sometimes I don't know my own strength. The point is, it's real fragile. Give it the rice. That should fix a busted iPhone. Just put it in rice. It'll repair all of this instantly. Also, all the drop tests have broken the phone and removed the camera in 1 or 2 drops.
Seriously?
That, to me, isn't surprising.
Like, wait, remove the camera?
I've seen the drop tests, but I would be very curious. I imagine out of all of the major products, Apple's are the most fragile. And it won't even be close. That's my theory. Just do the 3rd video drop test. But like I said, this isn't going to surprise me.
What's up, guys?
I'm
Everything
confident
Apple Pro
they will
here,
break.
The iPhone 15
Of course
Pro
they will.
is here. I had to do a video for this one. Titanium. Finally
Nice.
here, USB.
Again, that doesn't make my jaw go to the floor. I expect that with Apple products, and I have for a long time. What I wouldn't expect, though, is to bend it and have it break so quickly and easily. They marketed the phone as not needing a case, then it's the least durable iPhone. How surprising.
Wait, they actually advertise it as not needing a case? Like, oh yeah, you don't need like a phone case for this at all. Totally durable. What?
Lowering of repair costs and quality.
What do you want, boo? What's up, boo?
I didn't look at any of the marketing material. I don't know if that's a claim they actually made or if you're making it up. Sounds like a claim they'd make. I saw they made the claim that they're fucking saving the planet, basically.
I mean, so does like most corporations, basically, honestly, on that one. I mean, I just find it so shocking that, like, they can be this fucking brazen when it comes to their, like cheap factor on this, and yet, like, mark up the price on the shit so exponentially, like, insanely. Yet, something like this can cost me, like, $150, and it's obviously way more fucking durable. Like, I mean, honestly, the only thing I don't get is this thing right there. Because it's just like, I mean, this doesn't do anything, so I don't get it.
That sounds like a ludicrous claim they'd make. Android for the win. I haven't seen that typed out in many, many years. For the win. Goddamn, what a throwback. Is Android actually pretty durable? Let me see. Let me look at an Android bin test. What's your most recent Android model? Looks like this is your most recent Android.
OnePlus and I have had a fairly rocky relationship recently.
Jeez, what happened to those phones? Oh my god, what the hell? What happened to that one? It's just like destroyed.
It kind of all started with the OnePlus 10
Fucking
Pro.
crime scene. He murdered it.
And continued with the OnePlus 10T.
Damn. That just like hurts me almost.
Durable than the iPhone. He fucking snapped that like a twig. Unless this is the strongest man in the world. I mean, that did not seem to take much effort.
Not at all. Like, what the hell? Like, I mean, my lord. I mean, how, what, why, like, honestly, now I'm just starting to realize, like, why are, like, we've just been duped when it comes to, like, things being so fucking cheap. Like, what the fuck?
But don't worry, OnePlus.
No, it's
Really?
the S23.
As far as durability goes, Samsung has never had any issues. Besides the model that exploded, everything else has been pretty great.
Okay.
And this
Alright, yeah, there you go. And hey, like, I tried out this one, and you know, pretty good too. Why do you keep knocking over my can? It's empty. What the hell?
S3 Ultra is no exception. Bending from the front
Handling it like a
no
champ?
flex,
Weirdo.
and flipping over the Ultra to the back, rigid as a rock. For anyone who does buy this model, whether it's this year for full price.
Nice. See, that's what I would expect with a phone. That it
Yeah. It should at least be pretty durable and, like, you know, be pretty nice and secure.
Just immediately.
I would assume so, at least.
Like a potato chip. 15 Pro survived the bin test, though. Why do we live in Fantasyland? We just watched it. Yeah, I'm sure the phone still works, but it had ridiculous amounts of damage to it. He fucking blasted it. That was the Pro Max, not Pro. Oh, I forgot there's 15 different levels to the iPhone scams. Christ, okay. So which one?
I'm actually surprised there might be that minimal. There's probably at least like 30 levels of it.
Pro Max, but the Pro. Eat a hot pepper for everything you don't like about new iPhones.
Well, luckily I love spicy food.
I have an iPhone. Like, the thing is, I don't care that much. The only thing I don't like when Apple releases a new product is that my older products stop working as well. Like, it's not a conspiracy, it's just fucking observable data, observable truth. My iPhone battery drains much quicker now since the 15 has come out. And it's been that way every time they release something new.
And it's because of planned obsolescence. That's how they do it. Like, I mean, Apple is honestly probably literally the most notorious about that type of shit. I mean, yeah, hold on.
But other than that, I don't really give a fuck. All I use it for is calls. I don't use it to do fucking music videos or anything. I just use it for text and calls. I just don't care.
Oh, yeah.
I'm never going, like, I'm probably not going to break it in my pocket. Though I think with the Pro Max, there is a real potential that you could. Because it's so fragile, there is a chance if you put it in your back pocket and sit down, you could probably break it with that. But other than that, it doesn't apply to me. Why don't you use an Android if you only use it for SMS and calls? Mainly just because I've used Apple since 2007? 2008? I think. When did the iPhone come out? Because I got the one after that. I initially had an LG View, and then I switched to Apple, and it's just been convenient. That's it. It's not like I'm against Android or anything. You trash at 2K24? Fair. I'm not a big 2K gamer. I play it like once a year just to self-insert myself as a 5'7" freshman going to Michigan State for the story mode. And then when it's pay to win to put more points into your stats, I quit. So you're right. I'm definitely trash at 2K. I do not play it.
I would definitely be shit with it too. So you checking more of it? What, is there an article on it? Apple getting accused of planned obsolescence. Yeah, this is literally what I was talking about, to be investigated by French regulators. Actually, I think they've actually passed through with this shit at this point, where, like, at this point, like, I think with their future phones moving forward at this rate, they're just going unanimously with, like, USB-C cords, just because, like, of a part of this whole planned obsolescence, and also just because, like, they have this whole, like, scam fucking, like, you know, system going on with it and shit. You know, when it comes to, like, you know, how they, you know, make their buck and shit, which a lot of it is basically a fucking racket. Because, you know, there are a lot of people that will just, like, you know, endlessly buy the new shit continuously without a fucking world to give, even though their stuff might work just fine. And, you know, they'd be able to make their fucking, you know, profit and shit. So it's like, and they'd be able to gotten away with it for so fucking long to the point where it's just like, you know, where it's only now they're finally kind of getting a tiny slap on the wrist of like something with like the USB thing, and at least, you know, French investigators, you know, going in with their whole, you know, issue of planned obsolescence. It's like, it's basically, at least for them, kind of a slap on the wrist. I mean, that's something that, you know, when it comes to that shit, something they can adapt with. But it's kind of funny and a little interesting to see that a lot of people are kind of realizing, like, wait a minute, this shit's kind of horrible. What the fuck? Gotta get my money back? Yeah. What the fuck? I mean, a lot of people kind of realize they're getting their comeuppance on it, so whatever. Maybe that will kind of cause a lot of, like, Apple Sims to kind of break away, hopefully. Because, Jesus Christ. Align yourself to the LG or to the Samsung or something, or Android. Or, like, their phones are just better, okay? Mine, for as fucked as it is at this point, it lasts and it works way better in comparison. But, anyway, gonna get myself some food and all that stuff. So, I'll call it good for that. So, peace out. And I'll see you all next one. So.